Hello and welcome back to Liminal Branch Library, the archive in the seams. I'm your archivist librarian, Mordio Crow, and tonight we're back to Where Chaos Reigns. And oh, I'm so small in the corner. Oops. There we go. That's a little better.
So tiny.
That's a little better. But we're back to Where Chaos Reigns. This is our 20th session, which is a little beyond how long I thought this was going to take. But, you know, if we look at the map, the tide is turning. If this was Splatoon, it would be very clear who had won, I think. So,
Booyah.
But today we have our same set of players as we always do. Let's start all the way down over at the end with Lena playing as Shion.
I got a lightsaber.
That is true.
Yay.
With this weapon in hand, will that alone be able to turn the tide? We'll find out. And we'll also find out more about Merlin, who's played by Hambone.
Hi. Try the Toledo surprise.
And it's not a surprise that we have Amasha playing as Chantrell.
Yeah! Hi.
Speaking of saying hello, let's say hello to Nova, who's playing Chalice.
I'm sure it'll be very useful in this vampire fight if we do it.
I mean, you basically have a stake on your head.
I mean...
It's not wooden, though.
Oh.
Yeah. Speaking of
I
also...
died for...
Sorry, go.
Sorry, that was a bad time to interrupt, but I wanted to say that for legal reasons, it's not actually a lightsaber.
Oh, yes.
Legally
Laser
distinct.
blade.
And speaking of legal reasons to run the country, Vern, played by Katie.
Burn!
I love the law.
See, it worked out in the
I've
end.
never done anything illegal before in my life.
And I would
Yeah,
never
we're not
start.
under this rule.
Vern, now, as the soon-to-be queen, when you're queen, will it be possible for you to do anything illegal?
No, I think I'd have Shion kill me if I was
Damn.
evil and bad.
Okay, but it wouldn't
Can
be
I
illegal.
get a pardon for all the people I've killed, actually?
They were, right before you killed them, they were queens, and they did something illegal.
Of
course.
True. Oh, true.
Yeah, well...
Was that too heavy of an answer? I think Vern would be
No,
very
no.
seriously like,
No,
I will not be bad.
no, that's fair. If Shion's willing to stick around. But, before we find out about that, we're going to have to actually get there. In order to get there, we have to know where we were. So, last time, on Where Chaos Reigns, our retinue, all of you guys, encountered your first member of the enemy retinue, Eudoxia Argestes The Idealist. You successfully talked her out of becoming a necromancer and raising her undead family to use against you. Good work. And with her...
That's something you do after college, and she's still got a couple semesters to go.
A little more studying.
Yep, doing more. Well, actually, before studying, she's got to deal with her sister, Kleio, who,
That too.
along with their great aunt, or rather, Eudoxia, along with their great aunt, Aranya, are going to go talk to Kleio, whose army has been freshly encircled by the retinue's forces. Now, you've entrusted the two of them to go do this on their own, with the thought that this might take a little longer, but it's less likely to go poorly. But, well, if the tide turns against you elsewhere on the map, the tide may turn against them in those negotiations. But, while that is a risk that you're taking, and the answer to that risk is simply keep on winning, so, you know, what's the real risk there? This has bought you some time to look elsewhere and deal with other foes or recruit potential allies, beginning with a half-primal named Krain, an ally of Rowan and a Magitech engineer in hiding. He knows something about facing vampires, specifically Mother, and on hearing the party's plight and their connections, the names of Rowan, Beatrys, and Selwyn do carry a good bit of weight with him, he was willing to part with one of the tools he had accumulated to deal with the vampires himself, although from the way he was set up, he looked like he was in a more defensive posture than the retinue themselves appear to be. But for now, this is all the aid he is willing to offer, and sort of because last time we talked to him towards the end, I may have gotten ahead of myself slightly, so nothing is mechanically being undone, but I'm going to just roll back his tone just a little bit, where he's not quite as friendly as he may have been for some of those lines. But the core of it's still the same, right? You cited who led you there, and he decided to give you the thing. Like all that's the same. Just I think that
more cindery about it.
Yeah, where we zoom back in, he has handed over the Sunblade at the retinue's choice, and essentially he's like, all right, well, that'll help you do it, so get out so I can pack up and get out of here, because if you found me... And he just sort of like gestures like, well, the rest is obvious, I don't need to say it out loud.
Oh, Vern would definitely be like, you have a safe space up in Toam if you ever need it.
I think he... now, Katie, again, you can always correct me if you think I don't get his mannerisms on point. But I feel like he might scoff at that, given that Toam has just acquired, within the past month, a levy of concordant mages. Right?
That's true. Yeah.
You might say, I think he would not like be aggressively upset towards Vern over that, but perhaps give a political smile and say,
"Oh,
I've been paying attention to everything in this region, and I don't believe that Toam is the safest place for me to be at the moment."
Knowledge we learned in game one.
Oh no, Katie Metallic.
Oh no.
Robo Katie!
Get down, Mrs. President.
The distorted yell
The
is
distorted yell
very
is fine.
funny.
Yeah. Do you want to try again?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yay. I don't remember
Okay.
if last game we figured out who he's on the run from or why
I don't believe
specifically.
so. I don't believe.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, but Vern is welcome to ask follow-up questions.
I think she would. She'd be like, who are you most worried about catching you?
I think because of your stated connections, he would put it diplomatically and say, the Concord and I
Oh, my
aren't
boy.
on the best of terms, to say the least. I think that my proximity by any of their agents, especially one of the Makram children, is perhaps something to be avoided.
Oh.
It would be for both of our sakes, I think.
Got it. Okay. I think Vern would get it best to pay this figure.
Oh no, we're losing
say it.
Katie again.
Yeah. Oh.
We can't do this, Katie. You can't be lost here.
I know, my boy.
Not when you're talking to yourself. Well, not really talking to yourself, but you know. Yeah, I don't know if you got any levers to press on your side to try. Seems to come and go, but I don't know what
It's just dipping. I might have to when we take a break, I might have to get Tony to reset the gateway.
Okay.
Modems.
Old Gateway Tony.
All right.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I
Give us
might
another
just type
attempt.
stuff in Foundry.
I I would like to, in the meantime, size up this fellow cat boy. He seems fit.
Yeah, I would say so.
Maybe I'll ask him. So you have a lot of mechanical experience, I guess I would say, in terms of inventing things. But you also seem like you. He's like trying to figure out what the polite.
When did you
way to
make
say
all of
it is.
these?
What'd you say?
Chanterelle interrupts. Did you make all of these?
I mean to say is that you seem like you're physically capable as well. Have you ever faced Mother in battle?
How much can you bench?
Can you pick me up? Is what I'm asking. No.
Are you
wants up
free Saturday night?
I think going through some of these questions, you would say, I have faced her before, and no, I didn't build everything in here. I've made some of them, but most of this is restored or recombined salvage. The nearby chasm of Issos is full of useful things, and I think he would take something like from one of the workbenches that wasn't behind his secret wall of Batman gear, right? He would like just take it and show something that's like rusted in places or otherwise like partially reassembled, right?
Nods. Takes notes.
What I mean to say is,
Mm-hmm.
I guess a question I want to ask is, which are you more afraid of, the Concord or the Vampire Lord?
He pauses and he gives that a very serious consideration and says, if I had to pick one, and both have plenty of reasons to be afraid of, I think it would be the Concord. The vampire, she's strong, and sometimes it's hard to sleep at night with the thought of such a creature pursuing me, but I really don't think that she has a personal vendetta against me. The Concord, however, well, they also have more reach than a single vampire, and more backing to do what they want. But yeah, Katie, feel free to speak up when you feel like you've tried something and want to give it another go.
I don't know if this is working. Hello.
Hello.
Yay!
I was distracted. I didn't hear what he just said.
Oh, I said feel free to speak up whenever you feel like you want to try your microphone again.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to banish you because
meant-
you're having troubles.
I meant what Krain said as well. What did he just say?
Oh, what he just said? Chalice had asked about whether the vampire or the Concord was the bigger fear, and he basically said that the Concord, because they have more connections, more influential, and he alluded to the fact that they might have a more personal grudge, whereas Mothers might not be as personal. He may simply be a foe of convenience.
Just business. Mother business.
Delicious.
Delightfully devilish.
Did you want?
Could be. Sorry.
I
Go
was gonna
on.
say, Katie, did you want to try to revoice what Vern would say in response to his,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think the main point is just she feels like there's like an immense favor and she owes him. And even though he just straight up does not trust her right now because of her connections, there's things she would like to do to repay that debt.
Got it.
Is this obvious? Like, is she in thinking mode?
I think she might be,
The on her thinking log.
but she doesn't want to get in trouble by saying shit that will make him be even more diplomatic to her. La, la, la.
Surely Maybe I guess. I'm trying to recruit him somehow.
Yeah, me too.
Well, you have a previous ally who is also looking to destroy this person. Have you ever thought about eliminating one of your problems here? Maybe ensuring one of them is put to rest? A little less anxious to hide from them now that they're taken care of?
I elbow Charles and smirk at him a little bit. Look like I am rubbing off on you.
I don't know what you're talking about or you mean, and I will not ask for further clarification.
You want me to? I turned to. Oh my god, what's his name?
Krain.
Krain. Okay. You want? Like, I turn him. Go. So who do we got to whack?
I think he looks to the first question and then to Merlin's follow-up with a little bit of a bemused expression on his face of, look, what you're saying, and he gestures towards Chalice, right? Getting rid of one of them, great. That's why I made sure to find something like this. And that's where he shows like the object you didn't choose, right? The one that's used to imprison a vampire whose, body was destroyed. So that way, if it did come to a fight again, I'd have some other tools at my disposal, especially defensive ones. But there's a difference between going in prepared with a team that's ready and capable of doing something, and just going in and getting... I don't want to use the word slaughtered because I'm sure you'll do great, but just a theoretical team going in and getting slaughtered.
And what makes you... What are we missing that we're not a fully prepared team like you just mentioned? Could you be that missing piece?
Ooh, okay. Let's get a roll for that. I don't think this will be enough to get him, but it might push him a little bit more into considering. And Katie, again, feel free to speak up. Feel free to speak up.
Katie has typed in the Foundry, by the way.
Oh yeah, I do see it now. Yeah, I was on a different tab. But yeah, feel free to speak up if you think an argument made is especially effective or especially ineffective. But otherwise, Chalice, let's get a roll. Let's call it like a controlled limited.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there goes Katie.
She might have done that on purpose.
Might have done it on purpose.
Pray for Katie.
Sorry, what kind of roll?
I was gonna say a controlled limited with the idea of if this roll goes well, it'll be more open to a.
Okay. Oh no!
Well.
But what if Katie had helped me?
But what if Katie had helped you? But alas, we lost Katie.
Damn.
I think his response. Or maybe let's give Katie 60 seconds to see if Katie can return.
Katie in 60 seconds.
Katie, no. Yeah. Well, anyway, anyone else having internet issues recently?
Not particularly.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So, I'm not gonna call out by name because it's not anyone's particular fault. But I was watching a friend recently. I felt so bad because they were in the middle of doing like a big climactic final fight, and their internet kept cutting in and out.
Oh,
Absolutely.
I don't recall this.
I don't know.
Send it to me in chat. DM me.
Yeah.
Nova needs a
Just the
tea.
other day.
Man, reminds me of when I was in college. I would do D&D over Skype.
Skype, wow.
Oh my gosh.
It was a time.
The ancient texts.
I was
Well,
also
even
2
more
hours ahead
ancient.
of like everyone else.
Yeah, I am.
Ooh. No, I was in Yahoo pool alleys.
All right, I'm going to. Oh, is there a different post somewhere? Oh no, Katie might actively be losing internet at this
Katie has restarted.
moment. Yep, restarting now. Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
All right. Well.
In the meantime, let me tell you that on Tuesday, August 25th, Mordio and
Yeah,
Nova
yeah.
will have a stream anniversary, 8:30 p.m. EST. Be there.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay!
Katie.
Katie!
Thank goodness. Hello.
Oh my god.
No!
I missed you.
Hi.
Nova had
Never
to
let me
bail.
go
It
again.
was horrible.
Oh, Nova's good at that. Thank you. Sorry. My internet has been restarted. It should work fine now.
Okay, sounds good.
Knocking on wood.
Get you back up to speed briefly. Chalice made an appeal, asking Krain if he didn't think he could be the party's missing piece to turn their chances of survival from unlikely to likely. And then Chalice rolled a
failed.
full failure. So
Miserably.
I would have assisted on that.
I
I'm
know.
so sad.
look, I
Now we
mean,
have to suffer.
if you want to spend 2 stress knowing that it's going to take a 4, 5, or a 6 to get a success, that's your prerogative. I will allow it
True
due to tech
miracle.
issues. But that's if you want to give it a go.
I do want to do that. Let me get my
I
thing
believe
out.
in you, Katie.
Everything
All
closed. Why internet?
No.
Why?
right. We can let you do that, and you can roll the single d6 in chat, assuming it's loaded for you. Otherwise, I'll just get Chalice to do it.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I can't remember the command.
Slash R
R
space 1d6.
space 1d6. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
You want a 4, 5, or 6? Ideally, a 6.
Come on.
All right, let's get one of those.
Hey!
Well, 5 is a partial success.
Better than before.
Yeah. I mean, Vern was speaking earlier, but do you have anything you particularly add to this this approach? If not, the answer is fine.
Hopeful.
I think
puppy
she might
move.
try and relate to him as little as she can. Of like, I know what it's like to have an attempt on your life, and like, you suddenly have to change your whole existence about that. But I think being courageous should be something you strive for next, instead of running and running and running.
You say that, and there's probably like, I haven't only been running, and he sort of like gestures to all of the tools, right? And then we also get a
You
brief.
should be like, yeah, you've been tinkering and you've been making, yeah, electrocuting yourself, I'm sure.
Paranoid.
And then we also get a flash of the drawing you did of him on the beach. Just like,
Oh, that.
It's like, how did that get into the slideshow?
get out of here. But I think you would like give that sort of like, I haven't only been running, but yeah, okay, maybe if what you say is true and you're working with Rowan, your chances can't be terrible. He wouldn't stick around if he didn't think that you had some chance of success, or at least wouldn't be useful in figuring out something deeper for him. So yeah, okay, maybe I could, but it seems to me like you're probably still missing quite a bit, or you haven't shared everything you know with me. If Mother's here, which is what you said before, if Mother's here, why is she here, and what is she attempting to do?
Oh, she was in a giant sand pit, experimenting on people and turning them into something.
I think
It was bad.
he nods as if this isn't surprising to him, but
No.
perhaps he didn't perhaps know the details, right? But like, it's like, okay, this isn't surprising, go on, right?
Oh,
He has
and the
these
tunnels
arcane
connect to the
tunnels.
heart.
Yeah.
Heart.
Interesting.
There's a whole bunch of stuff connected out there. Do you study? Would you like if you want to keep hiding, there are a lot of tunnels out there that we could use some more eyes on. If you were interested.
You would say, before I decide what I'm going to do, why don't you tell me everything you know? We can start there. And he wheels out like a whiteboard or something, right? Like,
Oh, man.
We're gonna need a map.
or just like clears off a section of wall and hands you a marker, right?
So, red marker.
John Madden's our strategy.
Yes.
Like so, we've got a bunch of stuff. Like I assume you just like tell him everything, right?
That's what he asked for. And
Yeah, I really don't think there's a
he
reason to
doesn't-
not.
Hmm?
I don't think there's a reason to like hide anything from him.
Yeah, like there are reasons to be wary around new people, but at the same time, he's like given us a really cool weapon and been like, "Cool, I'm out," and it's like, "No, no, 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 no."
Hey, come back.
No, don't be out. Be you in.
We need more handsome men on this team.
Are you out or in? Just say in.
Chelsea's getting lonely.
Chalice's back hurts.
So with everything you know sort of written out and explained, he
Infographic
takes
dump.
the map that like you've been given from the Microsporidian team. He takes like a map of the region. He overlays everything, and so I'm gonna reveal something that, keep in mind, there's a lot of intricate tunnels inwards. This is just like the outer bounds of like what's been found, right? But like this is essentially the circle, right?
Yeah.
Now obviously you can see the heart itself isn't on here, neither is the maw, but the tunnels still come in from the edges of the circle underneath
Correct.
the middle. And he would, probably be tapping his chin with like the marker towards the end there. Well, it sounds like you figured out the ritual she's conducting, or at least something near it. And it sounds like you control where it's been set in place, or control the majority of the space that it occupies. But do you have any idea what she wants to use it for? Because for what I'm looking at right now, seems like where I'm at is pretty nicely outside of the danger zone.
Oh my god.
I mean, you're on the edge of the danger zone. What are you gonna do if something happens in the danger zone? It's right there.
He takes a moment and then says, well, if it just vanishes, then I might find myself with an island property instead of just shorefront property, and that could be pretty good.
Oh my god.
That is setting
Oh,
with the tone of
Vern
like
would
a...
slam the table. I think she would be like, "Are you seriously saying you'd be okay with losing the entire center of the continent if you'd be safe? Maybe we don't want you on this team."
Oh!
I think he stops there, gives Vern a sideways glance, and says, it was a dismissive, but in my intention, humorous take on the situation. I don't own this place to begin with, in case you couldn't tell by it not being my name on the front. So, even
You
if it
are
did
Pretty
happen,
Kitty Claus
I
or
would-
whatever.
yeah. Like, no,
No one's laughing.
Perhaps I should have expected that. Look, I get it. I do. That all this is dangerous, and it affects you a lot, and the people that you're protecting a lot. And as he says that, each time he says something, you can feel it like inching into his voice more, right? But look, if I go in there and we all die, that means I can't stop her from getting other people in the future. So, let's hear it then. What's your plan? And tell me where I'd fit in it.
Oh, that's yummy.
So that's a really roundabout way of getting to the success part of the partial success. But like, reluctantly, he's sort of turning Chalice's question back on you guys. But like, in a way it's like, all right, maybe, but you convince me. It's not my job to convince you I don't belong. It's your job to convince me I do, right?
All right. Well, what can you do?
Well, do we know how much do we know about him? Because I know out of character that he created this like massive bomb.
I think so.
Well, by massive I mean tiny, massive impact.
Yeah. What you know about him is that he is capable of magitech tinkering and magical theory. You know that he has something to do with like the shrinking and restoring spellcraft that was used to restore Numancia. The woman you met, Beatrys, at the party, she had worked with Krain in the past on this same research topic, and that's what was used. This area crashed into the ground, right? And they essentially took all of the buildings, shrunk them down, put them back together on a model kit, and then put it back in the sky and made it big again, right? Like, that's more or less what was done to restore it. And so, he has something to do with that type of magic, and as Chalice, you yourself commented on earlier, he's been lugging around all these heavy pieces of magitech himself. He seems to be in good physical shape, has tools and weaponry as if he knows how to use them. So, you expect some level of a warrior scholar, right?
Competence.
Well, we have collected a great number of brilliant minds to work and help us on our magitech, with Altrecious being one of the people that we're working with right now, as you know, with Rowan. And then I would list off a couple of people that are on our team, talk about the magitech that we already have. Would love this shrinking capability. Crazy like OP, honestly. Would love to have that into our gear to massively transport our magitech levy and get them to places faster, possibly overwhelm just with sheer force this dragon with our magitech army. I think that he could help us with that. I think he could be an on the ground mechanic. Like, he doesn't have to do fighting, but if he was there to help augment and prepare stuff, like maybe on a team I lead, since I'm not going to go in the front lines. So I suggest these things to him.
Okay.
Chalice, it sounds like you just want to find your replacement.
I should hope that my willingness to the cause is more imperative than his reluctant one. And that you would not want to replace me.
Yeah, I can never replace that face.
Aw.
I'll slap him on the cheek a little bit.
Did you wash your hands recently?
He only has one hand.
So you're lucky it's this hand, not the other one.
All right, Vern, do you think any of Chalice's approaches resonate? Or sorry, not Vern, Katie, do you think any of Chalice's approaches...
I was like, what does she know?
Yeah, what does she know?
I think the...
Like, do you think he's someone who would jump at the chance to turn a Magitech levy into a Magitech anti-vampire levy, or a teleporting Magitech levy?
Dude.
I think yes. I think he's less inclined to be like an on-the-ground repair guy, because that means he has to be in one place all the time and have a lot of people around him. I think he'd... I don't know how he'd do it. If he were to do it, he would very much like to consider the idea of shrinking down these Magitech soldiers because they're not organic, transporting them. And then having like a time release bomb. I think that would interest him in a way of like, oh, a little project. That sounds challenging.
All right. And now my GM question before I get the roll here is, do you, as Katie, think that him being asked to turn his spellcraft, his life work, once again into a weapon would affect him in any meaningful way?
Yeah, really meaningful way, actually.
Nah. I mean, he was on the... He had that thing on lock when he thought I was coming after him.
That's true.
That is true.
He actually has weaponized it quite a bit in the efforts of self-protection.
That's true.
I wonder if we could levy that against him and be like, you know,
Bitch, we have receipts.
Did see it actively
what you
used.
did to my beautiful mage over here.
Yeah, okay. Here's what I'm going to say. I want a risky standard roll. The consequences being here, if you fail this one, then you're going to essentially just have one more chance after to convince him, right?
Yeah.
But if you succeed, if you can get a full success, I think he can reluctantly see your point of view, right?
Okay.
But I'll let you you all decide who wants to be the
I'm
main
gonna
role.
pay 2 stress to do it extra at him.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm doing a sway roll, so I really think Vern's gonna try and appeal to him in a sympathetic way of like, I know that like fighting isn't either of our first choice, but we've already done. That's a bad argument, but like we've already done this far. I don't like that argument, but I'm not smart enough to figure out a better one.
All
right.
That's fair. Oop, partial success.
Well-
I was going to ask before you rolled if Chalice was going to
sorry.
assist with it, but
I totally forgot to ask people. Sorry.
I mean, are you gonna let me or nah?
I'd let you.
Okay.
But you would need a
Then I
6 to
will.
make it a better one, so I don't know if it's up to you if you think 2 stress is worth the potential 6.
Why not?
Okay.
Should I roll it?
Yeah, go for it. 1d6.
Do
Mark the 2
it!
stress.
And it's gonna happen.
Oh, it's a five.
Double
Okay.
So
five.
still a partial
Damn.
success. So what I think,
Close.
So close.
and then I think I know what his complication or condition is, because he hears what you're saying, and the rational part of him knows that you're right. This can make a big difference, right? And I think he even he'll admit that out loud. Like, look, if you have a legion of Magitech soldiers at your disposal, which I know that you do, I heard about what happened in the town to the north from here. And yeah, I think I could make them a lot more potent. Maybe something that, yes, could overwhelm even a dragon just in terms of sheer numbers and our ability to get them to her overtly. But several years ago, my magic, my research was used to make a lot of lives much worse. And I'm not letting that happen again. So if you want me to help you, if you want me to make your Magitech soldiers the apex defense force of your land, then once Mother's gone and the vampire's destroyed, those are mine to dispose of as I see fit.
Oh, interesting. So that would be a whole levy burned.
Yeah, he basically wants you to give him sole control of the levy, so that way he doesn't have to trust that you, points aggressively, will misuse his magic. Right? Now, you know, these are conditions that can always, in the future, if trust changes, could be renegotiated. Or if he loses trust in you and you've already given him full control, you might lose them before you get the chance to use them. But that's just,
Is this Magitech levy all of the soldiers?
Yeah, I think
All of the ones he augments, so probably yes.
yeah, like if you want to turn it into a large-scale fighting force, then yeah, that's basically what's going to happen.
I have a counter to that then.
All right, let's hear it.
Like, we will, and I'll look to Vern to say that, like, hey, you can totally take this back if I'm overstepping here. You augment our machines. You get to keep them afterwards. But then you are also part of our permanent team. You can determine, instead of destroying them, you can still see how they're fit, but for us, on our side.
Katie, do you think that he would be persuaded additionally by this? Do you think this merits a roll?
I think it would be a roll, because I think with the complication, like, his terms are very much like, I don't want these used for fighting. Why would I put myself in charge of them?
Right.
Permanently. Sorry,
Decor.
this man.
Nope, it's cool.
Let's put it to a roll. Let's put it to another roll.
Okay.
Unless anyone else has any other alternatives they would like to pitch. Anyone?
No, Vern's pretty much okay with the terms as they are, so.
Okay. All right, Chalice, make your roll.
All right, what is the position here?
We'll put it at a risky standard, I think. I don't think you're gonna. Yeah, I think that's fine. Fine, just do that.
Please.
Success. You do it.
Oh my god!
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Good job, Jacqueline.
After all, what better way to protect yourself from the Concord than allying yourself with another power?
I think
true.
he looks at you, Chalice, and then looks to Vern and says, and then looks back to Chalice and says, I think you're signing yourselves up for a lot more work than you think you are. But I wouldn't say no to having a country at my back for a change, and one that's perhaps not as in a precarious let me go back. I wouldn't say no to having two countries at my back instead of one. Might make it a little bit easier.
Aw.
So sure, here, look. I can tell that you're in a bad spot, and that you might not want to give up your soldiers. I still don't want to lead them in battle. I still don't want to be a military commander. So I can make a temporary exemption for this vampire business. But I started this magic work all those years ago because I saw the potential to help people. So if this all goes well, and your nation's independent or whatever, I'm ripping all the cannons out of those things, and I don't know, we're installing infrastructure in the valley or something.
Oh.
No, not public transit, no!
Bullet trains the size of bullets.
I
Oh
pull
my
out a
God.
Oh
gun.
my god.
Think of it.
But can't you leave?
You know, I think that's the best course of action for them. I never really wanted to build machines that kill. I'm very much against that, which is why I feel very confident about having you specifically on. What better... There is no better war council than the one who wants to avoid war.
Ooh, yeah.
Alright. I guess I gotta go hand in my resignation.
Oh man.
Should we buy a boat from them?
Yeah,
as a
I
person, should we buy a boat?
I do think Vern would have a bag full of coin and be like, it might go over smoother
Money.
with this, and just hand,
Alright. Yeah.
Shoves
some money for the
bag.
shop.
Yeah, if you just hand a bunch of money.
Yeah.
He'll say, "Oh, she always knew this was going to be a temporary thing, and honestly, I probably should have moved on a bit ago. It is comfortable here, perhaps a little bit too comfortable. Where am I meeting you?
Yay!
Are you now? My serious question: are you sending him to Toam?
I would
Because-
send him to maybe Tizazat
Okay.
or
the Yopics
somewhere
before?
not directly under our control, somewhere with
Yeah, with the Yopics.
yeah, the Apex.
Okay.
To talk about all of the fun underground activities going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, in that case, unless there's anything further here, let's jump over there.
Whoa.
All right. So you approach the Yopic's study over in Tizazat, where they've taken a lot of the information being retrieved from Microsporidia from their own, from their own research beneath the maw, and now from within the heart itself. Krain goes there and makes himself scarce because when you talk to Zoanthus Yopix III, Set Makram is there with something to give to you.
Oh no. Okay.
A hug.
No.
Aww.
Where's my hug?
Suddenly becomes the "can I have a hug" person.
Someone needs to take her out. Okay, sorry. What do they
Whoa.
have for us?
Yeah. They Set and Zoanthus present you with a very intricate Magitech creation that's primarily made of different colored glass.
Ooh!
A lot of
Ooh.
bits and bobs that all sort of collapse down into a very solid, like rectangular shape, but with a few slides expand out into this multicolored glass heart. And as it's handed over to Vern first, but anyone who wants to look at it in the retinue that is allowed to possess the potato, Set speaks, saying, "The notes from that Argestes heir were wonderful. Between those, the excellent mind of Lord Yopix here, and some of the arcanists that I brought with me, we are proud to present to you the pacemaker to allow you to control."
That's silly.
That's silly, says Mer.
Who named it that? That's silly.
You
Should've
say
named
that
it
and
heart
Set says, "I
attack."
did." I did. I thought it was appropriate.
All right.
I mean,
let's banish him.
Part of the body.
Yeah, you're controlling a
Just look at
literal
you,
giant
Leon.
heart with a piece of
Kill him.
Magitech.
Chantrell is
Puns
very
are now
fascinated
illegal.
because it's pretty.
Now, something that we've discovered, or actually I think Zoanthus would speak up and say something that my concordant colleague discovered, is that it appears the heart has already been tapped in several places, in the same manner that the Eudoxian, or that Eudoxia was attempting to do herself.
Mhm.
In other words, we think that there are other control mechanisms out there. It's hard to say how many, probably no more than 2 or 3. And that's when Set jumps back in and says, which is why it's very important that one of you, whoever you feel that is strongest of mind, keeps this on you at all times, because should someone else attempt to influence the heart, this vessel will be what allows you to resist their attempts to control it and exert your own will instead.
Passes it over to Chalice.
Very deep.
I don't know. What kind of stat is this?
Probably depends on what's happening at the moment, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
Because Vern might be a good candidate, but I mean, I'm fine. But Vern has much more in resolve than I do. She has a better command, consort, and sway. Well, she has equal sway, but
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, you guys can decide. You don't have to decide right now, but probably decide before the next sortie.
Yeah.
Vern
and-
wouldn't be opposed to holding it.
Vern's just getting more bling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can it be like put on a necklace?
It's
It
probably
should
a
be a
bit.
little brooch near her pacemaker.
Hey!
Yep. Set would further expand and say, we've done some preliminary tests, very limited, of course. We didn't want to do anything without your anything severe without your explicit approval. But we believe as it is now, you can put the heart into overdrive, as it were, and further suppress any chaos ruptures that might happen in the region. Though we think this will happen, this will affect the Valley of Life and Death in some way. Whether that's going to put it into a longer rot cycle or cause something more dramatic, it's difficult to say. We don't think it will be anything catastrophic, but, well, you're manipulating a giant heart that has roots all over the nation. It's going to have some effect, so...
Yeah. Root?
Root?
Vern would thank them both very much for their hard work. He would terrifyingly take the heart.
The heart.
Seeing Vern's fear, Set would say, "Oh, don't worry, it's made of glass, but it's actually quite sturdy."
Oh, I love them so bad.
Thank you, Seth.
That's not what I was worried about breaking, but you know, I love that I can rely on you guys.
I mean, fair worry.
Oopsie.
I think if you say like, "Oh, that's not what you were worrying about," then they would add a little. Hard to tell if it's another quip or if it's an attempt to be reassuring. Their tone of voice, it's delivered the exact same as the previous line, right? Like, "Oh, well, I would have figured you'd be used to the weight of your nation on your shoulders by now, and surely this is less of a weight than all of the, less of a weight than all of the dangers and violence you've led them through thus far."
Thank you, Set. And
Thank
we
you
will
so
take our
much.
leave.
It's not going to get better talking to them, is it?
No, I don't think it will.
Pats shoulders empathetically, supportively.
Aw.
All right, door has shut. I think now, unless there's something specific you all want to do, something that we briefly
Another trip to the
talked-
beach.
Just the beach.
Back to the beach.
Yep. I mean, look, if you just want to go back to the beach and hope that Piranha and Eudoxia are able to convince Kleio and then decide what happens next, I can just click this ominous red clock a couple times.
No.
Yeah,
no,
that's
no,
not-
no,
that's
no,
not-
no.
that's a
JK,
little
JK,
scary.
JK.
Okay. But as we briefly discussed in the Discord, to unlock your 4th level skill slot in this system to begin with, there is typically one holding, usually near the enemy stronghold, that you take it, and now you can get level 4 skills. Typically very close to the end of the campaign. We're getting close to the end of the campaign ourselves. You guys have reached the territory requirement and the rank of your revolution requirement. So the only thing you're missing is kick out the prince.
Yep.
So, as discussed in the Discord, if you take any of these 4 territories in the Gilded Eyrie, then I will give you the ability to get up to 4 dots in a skill. Alternatively, if you capture Vlad and thus have 4 out of 5 territories, I will give you the ability to get level 4 skills. So really, you have 6 potential targets as to
Wow.
what you may want to go after next. Now,
Ooh.
I could just go down the line and give you a situation on each and every one of them. That would be the GM talking for a very long time, and I don't know if that's anything you're interested in. Something I would say is perhaps instead, what kind of thing do you want to do next? You let me know that, and then I can point you at the 1 or 2 that I feel like suit them. We can take either approach here, but I'm going under the assumption that even with the pacemaker in hand, you probably need to give Krain a sortie to get the Magitech updated, right?
Yeah.
So if that's what you're planning on using at the vampires, you're going to probably want to wait a sortie before you go against the vampires.
Mhm.
Unless you think the Sunblade's enough, in which case, you jump in there now, right? But assuming we're avoiding Brown Tox Manor, what kind of stuff do you want to go after? Or shall I read the menu for you?
I mean, we need to deal with the siege first, probably.
Well,
Well, we're
right
waiting
now
on
the
the
siege
sisters.
is right now the siege, Eudoxia and Orania are trying to talk Kleio down, and if they manage to do so successfully, then the siege becomes a non-issue.
Okay.
So,
Okay. I wasn't
and in
sure
this
if that was
case,
something we
it's
had to
you all
actively
doing the
interact with.
siege. Yeah. Which, granted, you're welcome to go deal with the siege if that's what you want to do, but
Mhm.
We can trust them for a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
They've only actually had a couple weeks, or like it's only just started. Like they're on like week 2. So.
Oh, yeah. They've got time.
Yeah. If you
I mean, looking at one of the territories, the Laud, it does say, well, this is the emblem. Maybe I misread. But it say a twisting helix of a berry, shrub, and mushroom, where both grow out of one another. And apparently, it's most unstable of all of New Sathros, with plant and fungal life, rapid growth cycles of each, resulting of numerous seasons of waxing and waning between the two. I don't know about you, that sounds like a party to me.
It
you've
does
already-
sound so interesting.
You've captured the heart, which, puts you one of the two towards controlling it, which would mean your avenues to taking Vlad as a whole would either be to return to Los Petalos, where you abducted the Optos 2 that one time and very nearly crashed into the ground and all. Well, I don't know if all of you would have died. Some of you probably would have been fine, but something that could have very easily just resulted in a mass death event of being in an airship that crashes into the ground.
TPK?
So you could return there with the intent to seize it, which, unfortunately, thanks to your previous incursion, it has now been reinforced and, has additional protections. Right? I added a little note here that all of the local civilians and farmers have been forced from the sky back down to the ground. Any unknown ships are fired upon without warning. Additional defensive structures have been placed in the former farmers' homes, and more airships have replenished those lost.
Damn!
Oof. Okay.
So that's one option. The other one, Amurayadad, is the largest settlement in the region. We haven't really looked over here much at all. It was a roughly independent, like it was technically under Eminencia Dorada before, but even when it was kind of independent just because of how absolutely terrible it is to get here. On one side, it has lava fields. On the other side, it has a rapidly growing and rotting forest. And then to the north and south, absolutely giant mesas. So it's like its own little fortress city. In the early occupation, there airships went there occasionally, but in recent months that has ceased, and there's been no word from the town at all.
Oh.
Now, granted, that's not entirely unusual. You are on the opposite side of a war from that region, but your scouts haven't observed anything. There's been no information that's spread, etc. That one you'd be going in almost blind, at least at the current moment, if that's something you're interested in pursuing.
I really want to hang out in this region more.
I am
But my problem
intrigued.
is, yeah.
Well, if you want to know what your other options are, feel free to say so, and we can do a brief overview.
I think I do.
All right.
Maybe
So yeah, I'm gonna make one purple marker visible, and I'm just gonna drag it around to the one we're talking about at a given moment.
Okay.
So the first one I'll mention is the one you're least likely to go after, in my opinion, just because that's where the prince is. Also, Sarah, that is the main palace. It is a small city-sized palace, and though it is exclusively like the seat of power and like the ruler's castle, it essentially has a small city of staff to maintain it and, to work there, right?
Staff.
Yep. This is the place where, Vern, your parents were successfully assassinated. You were unsuccessfully assassinated a couple decades ago, and where your aunt recently escaped from, which does give you someone to tap for information on it. But otherwise, it's a very well-defended location, right? Second one I think that you're probably not going after, Numancia. This is where Breontak's manor is. This is the freshly re-risen city which fell into the border and triggered this whole invasion 6 months ago. It's back into the sky. Breontak's manor's there. You're probably going to end up going there at some point. But would you go there now? Not while you're waiting on your Magitech soldiers.
Doubtful.
Over here, you have Nido de Paz, the Nest of Peace, which is where Los Petalos is the mini version of this. This is a massive floating fortress surrounded by airships, capable of bombarding anywhere within this region and up to and including the borders. If you do not take this, you take penalties to attacking any other location down here, because they'll be shooting at you when you're doing it. So
yeah.
This one will be incredibly difficult to take, but if you take it, then the tide will massively turn. So you got that one. And finally, you have the dregs. This is an area that Merlin probably knows well, just because the tower, the wizard mafia, often used the shrouded lands. The dregs essentially is a name for all of the little villages, small cities, and towns that are beneath the big floating chunks of land. They don't always get a lot of sunlight. They quite often are very much in disrepair. Typically extraction towns, like mining towns or industry towns. There was some effort to make them nicer over the past couple decades, but it sounds like a lot of that was very quickly stripped away and taken back to the sky once the nation fell. So, so it's relatively easy to...
trying to gentrify the dregs.
No!
Basically, the dregs is an area that theoretically isn't too hard for you to move your military forces in and conquer, because they're relatively close. The only problem is you have all of the floating stuff nearby that can then just bombard you constantly if you do.
And they wouldn't care.
Exactly. So those are your 4 options down below, joining with your 2 options up above.
I'm leaning to Amarayudad.
Yep, you got it.
Just
Anyone else?
because I'm a nosy bitch.
Yeah. Just because of what?
I'm a nosy bitch. I want to know what's going on over there. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
I'm also leaning there because everything else seems too scary.
What are you talking about?
All right. I assume you want to gather some information before you head there directly, right?
Yes.
I would love to.
All right. Well, in that case, how are you gathering information? Are you sending like a scouting levy? Are you flying over it with an airship? What's the plan here?
I feel like I want to send people.
You have someone specific in mind?
Where can I...
Juniper has an airship. I think that's the only person who's like scout
mobile
focused.
like that.
But like you might, if there's any other NPCs you want to tap, if you want to be like, hey, Set, go over there and don't talk to me for a bit. You can do that.
I can send one of my. Send one of mine.
Yeah. The Johnnies? No.
You can say
Yeah,
Johnny.
I'm gonna send over Johnny Sparkle.
All right, sounds good. Merlin, in that case, I want you to make the gather information roll,
All right,
which I believe.
Johnny, don't fail me now.
So for gather information, still click on the skill that you want Johnny
okay,
to
gotcha.
use, which for this case probably hunt or study or perhaps
I'll do
prowl.
hunt. Actually,
Right.
prowl. You know what? I'll do prowl.
And when you click on
Actually,
it,
I can't do it with. I can't do gather information with prowl.
Oh,
Dang.
I'll do hunt. Actually, you know what? I'll have a tune.
okay. Give it a roll.
Okay, risky standard.
So I think if you hit gather information, you don't need to define that.
You know, that's true. Okay. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah!
always
Great.
love Johnny
Get
Sparkle, baby.
Exceptional details.
Let's go, Johnny!
So this may make this may make your decision to focus here one that you either are very much more excited about or are now suddenly being like, you know what, let's perhaps that tis a silly place. Because apparently the entire city has become overgrown. Johnny describes that there are great plants that, because the valley is entering its rot cycle, have all begun to wither and wilt, essentially creating these massive drooping flowers that cover the town. Many of these flowers have bright red petals, casting a dramatic scene upon the otherwise unmoving location.
Ooh.
Now, Johnny didn't go into town because Johnny could sense.
I don't pay
that-
Johnny enough for that.
Yeah, no. There's Magitech nonsense, or not Magitech. There's some sort of arcane something happening there. Like, Johnny was able to say, like, either someone's running some big spell work there, or some big magical creature is there. He's not sure, but he also isn't sure that there's any survivors from the town.
Oh boy.
He just, from what he could tell, he was unable to find any activity. But again, he didn't go into town. There are big plants covering a lot of the buildings. There could be people in the buildings not coming out of them. But people aren't going about doing their day-to-day business. Right?
Also, this is a note. Not that Mordio, I expect Mordio to do this, but Johnny Sparkles sounds like Neil Diamond.
It's good you don't expect me to, because I don't know
That sounds
any famous people names, so I couldn't
Lounge
try.
singer sort of guy.
Yep, you
You don't have to do it. Imagine in your mind theater.
theater.
There's no context that Mordio has for
Yeah.
the person.
I have zero knowledge.
It's not unusual.
Yeah,
Shut up. Shut up.
Mordio does not know songs, okay? I must emphasize this.
I only know video game and anime soundtracks. That's it. But anyway, you got a great result. So if you have follow-up questions, you can get follow-up questions. But
What kind of arcane vibes? Are they like the rotting kind, or is it like electric, or
I think it's difficult to say if it's just the valley as a whole. But the sense that Johnny got was that, before, the town was once the one place isolated from the elements in the region, right? The fire, the life and death. It feels like life and death have thoroughly moved into town, right? There's plants that are in the midst of turning to rot at this very moment, right? That's where we're at.
Vindictive, I get it. Well, I'm interested.
I'm very interested. I feel like would it be a dumb waste of time to do a humanitarian aid and try and get people out of there or safer or something?
No.
I also
It's
think
mostly
this could
on board.
overlap with what we were hearing from Set about how there could be some other places that are tapping the heart.
Ooh, you right.
Hot.
The heart!
The
The
hot
heart.
Osborne.
I knew I should have stabbed the heart.
Ha!
Yeah. I mean, you still can. You guys control it. You can all go back there and decide, you know what? Stab, and get rid of this. We don't want it.
It's doing a
Pour
benefit
white
too.
monster in it until it explodes.
Ha!
Oh, no. Chalice, were you about to
Yeah.
say something earlier?
Yeah, Chalice was gonna chime in saying like we don't know if people are dead there or not. We need to check. We need to see if there are survivors, even if the chance is slim. There might be someone out there. No one's coming for them. We have to do it.
And even if they're all sludge zombies, then at least we'll know.
Let's bring some salt with us in case we need to salt them.
Yeah!
Like slugs.
Yeah. That does make you wonder. I have a theory that salt would be effective on a gelatinous cube.
Ooh.
And pretty yummy, I bet.
Oh yeah, nice salted gelatin.
Yeah. Okay. I'm looking at the rules for reference guide.
Okay. My question here is, so what's your approach here, and who are you bringing with you? Are you bringing soldiers with you? Are you going by yourselves? What's the thought here?
Oh, if only we weren't fixing up our Magitech soldiers to be killing machines.
They were already kind of killing machines.
I mean,
I think,
they were
right?
defensive, but like they were still meant for
Defending
violence.
machines. Yeah. Because I don't want to bring people in case something is going on with organic matter out there.
Right.
But I guess we could just bring like a levy of doctors. Our
Mhm.
doctor mages.
Oh, good idea.
Oh yeah, so that's let me take a look real quick at our sheet. We've got our Oh yeah, you want your your Set Makram and the Arcanists?
Yeah.
I was joking about sending Set away for a
Sending
while
him there.
to scout,
Sending
but
them
now you're
there.
actually bringing them with you. Yeah, you can do that if you'd like.
The magic just makes me so uncomfortable that I'm scared.
Reasonable.
I'm trying to figure out if this would be a diplomatic mission
Right. I think at this
or a siege.
for a diplomatic mission, you need to have a point of contact, which
Oh.
if you want to try to
I
find,
don't.
you could maybe. I don't know if there's any questions you think that you can ask, but I think it's unlikely that you have a point of contact just from what you've learned thus far. So you may have to go for a different approach there. Either a infiltration if you're trying to go in stealthily, a siege if your plan is to surround it and then like I don't know, close the circle around it like a what's that genre of PvP game called where the circle gets smaller? I don't know.
BR.
Yeah, Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like if siege if you want to surround it first and then move in, infiltration if you want to sneak in, assault if you're planning to go in there if you're assuming that this is going to be violent.
Yeah. I'm not assuming violence. I am assuming the whole house mad. We're gonna have to take care of it.
Monster closet.
I'm thinking it's siege.
All right, sounds good. I think the good news is this is a relatively easy place to siege because you just close off one entrance on either side and then it's done. All right.
Oh, it's scary. Mordio, I'm scared.
Halloween episode.
Be strong, Vern.
What did you say, Lena?
We're doing our Halloween episode. We're gonna be 2 months early, but
It's already in all the stores Halloween, so
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. It's appropriate.
we've had
I mean-
spooky stuff all throughout.
You could say Corazon was also pretty scary.
Yeah, that's true.
I was scared.
Yep. But all right. Well, let's get our engagement roll ready. We'll make the roll, and then we'll take our break and come back to the sortie. So engagement roll.
Okay.
Let's see. This
I think
is.
someone already took their break.
Sorry, what was that?
I think someone already took their break.
Oh.
Hold on. Should we do? I guess we haven't done a sortie, so we have the stress we had from last session, right?
Yep. And some people have
Alright.
picked up more trying to persuade Krain to join. So we got our stress from
Yeah,
that.
I'm near max.
Oh my god. When
Hey,
I said
look,
do anything for
if-
the cat boy, I didn't mean it.
if you need to spend coin to do stuff to try to
Oh.
heal, now's the time before you're there.
Heal me.
I might be dropping.
Yeah. Here's your money. Oh, goodbye.
All right.
So
what
this
do
is
I-
not downtime.
Well, I mean,
It's not
technically
down-
speaking, because the sortie, this is not a new downtime. You guys already did your 2 free downtime actions, and some people paid extra. But until we make the next engagement roll, if you want to spend coin to do a downtime action, you're still allowed to, right?
Okay.
That's sort of why I called it out as like, if you're complaining about it, you have money to spend.
Whoa! Complaining?
If you're scared.
Chalice, I think you should go. Just get your nails done or something. Just chill out.
Yeah.
I get some cucumbers to go on my eyes or something.
He had you money and
Give
said,
him
"You
some
spend it all on
walking around
Netflix."
money.
Yeah.
Walking.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll seek solace here. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's fine because I had almost full.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't you do a thing to change it by one?
I do, but I can take the full one because I was that full.
But can't you make it become like a 7? Is that not a thing?
Oh, yeah. Why did I roll twice? By the way, do I get more than one number usually?
No, you get the highest number. So,
Okay.
you rolled twice because you finally have enough stat points to get more than one die. Congratulations.
Wow.
can breathe
Wow.
again.
Okay, so, and that means I can clear stress completely without
Yep, Lena
Uh,
was correct. You can, because of your
having a
ability, get an
break,
extra one.
a mind break.
Mhm.
It's like I'm too relaxed again.
I was gonna say, I
Mind
think this is the
free.
first time Chalice has successfully had a productive relaxation, like a
Yeah.
good one the whole
He's
time.
doing it.
So the only thing Chalice needed to relax was money. Is what you're telling me.
No,
Wow.
unfortunately, this is true about him, and he doesn't. He acknowledges this and doesn't like that about himself.
But it's true. That's funny.
But it's
feel seen.
unfortunately true.
Listen, everything nice is expensive.
Mm.
Listen, if I
Good one.
had more money in real life, I'd also probably, I'd be more relaxed.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yep.
Mhm. But all right. So who wants to be the one to roll this engagement roll?
Vern could do it.
All right. Start assembling it into downtime rolls. Pick engagement. Let's see. So it starts on 2 dice because you are a higher tier than the target.
Yeah.
Eee.
I'm going to say -1 die because you really don't know what's happened here. Down to a single die.
Yeah.
Damn it. But what about Johnny Sparkle? He really helped us out with knowing about drooping plants.
Yeah, I think you're
He's
ignorant.
elevated our caution level.
That's true. Your caution level is elevated. You know what? I'll say from the caution level and the fact that you do have a bunch of mages specifically who might be sensitive to the dangers of the area, sure, we can give you it back to 2 dice.
Yay.
Woo.
You did it. You convinced the GM.
That's what this whole part is for. This is the part where you make your case and numbers go up or down. So,
Tell me on this
Negotiations.
dice.
right? Anything else? you
I
want-
need the Dark Souls font. A piece of text that says GM convinced.
GM.
I have a question. Have any tunnels been found this direction?
Oh, yep. This seems to be about the outer border of where the tunnels reach to.
Anything weird or funky with the tunnels?
I think. Oh yeah, that's a good point. So the Microsporidian group probably only started spreading this way recently, right? I know for us,
Mhm.
there's been a big break because you guys finished taking this last time. So
Yeah.
this was the last thing you did. So they have started moving this way. And I think as they moved this direction, they're probably not quite underneath the city yet in terms of clearing it. But there is a good bit of... There's been more life under the valley in general in terms of like entities, creatures, etc. So I think it's been slower progress. They've found a good number of like territorial creatures, right? Like these aren't creatures that are sapient, but things that have been living in the tunnels and fighting things that try to move through them, right? So you can probably expect some form of creature-based hazards.
Cool. That's what my sword is for. I was hoping it would give us some more information for a day. But I don't know that that is enough, because it's kind of just more of the same, you know?
Yeah, I'm kind of on the border here, unless there's anything else you guys have that's also kind of enough.
No airships have been going around there for a while.
That is a good question, or good point. Why might that be the case?
Are there any rumors from places that did used to send things here and there? I mean, albeit we can't talk to the southerly portions, but like north.
Why don't you make a gather information roll with a different skill than the Johnny one, since that gave you a bunch of information scouting here.
Yeah.
Okay, partial success. You get good details. I think probably what's happening is you're talking to people like in some of the valley villages, which are few and far between, right? Like, these are people who are like truly, they're living off the land in that like living in the wilderness kind of way, and probably very skeptical to share information to begin with. Oh, I just see the chat over there. Sorry. Before I give you the answers, let me put the scene over there to show Silver. Is Silver, where is it? Let me grab it. Here was the big heart. We had a big part fungus, part fleshy, part wood, part stone heart that literally beat, or it literally still is beating, and now you have a pacemaker for it.
It's pretty stained glass.
Yeah, and it helps process the souls of those who die in the region. Isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
It was going to take over somebody, but we helped her change her mind.
Yeah.
And she dragged it out of her skin.
Change your
Threw it on the ground.
Yeah, it was digging its way in there.
You could say she had a change of heart.
Wow! Yay! Woohoo! Yay!
Yeah.
And everyone clapped.
So to Chantrell's questions, asking around, you learn that a lot of people do find it odd that the airship stopped going that direction. They don't know that the occupation, like maybe they made a deal with the town to leave them alone. A lot of people are scratching their heads over like, well, why would the occupation do that when they haven't done that anywhere else, right?
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make sense. And especially when they've been pushed back, having a defensible location seems like it would be good. So no one knows for sure, but the consensus is it would be strange if they just abandoned it entirely.
It seems pointedly abandoned.
Yeah, which implies that the occupation did leave it behind for a reason. Now, what that reason is left to the viewer's imaginations. But I don't know, if you want to voice theories, you can voice some theories. But perhaps this extra... sorry, what were we going to say?
Where did the cult that was in the heart go?
Well, they got mostly stabbed.
Okay.
I mean, the rest, those who didn't got scattered, but, you know, they fought to defend the heart with their lives, and most of them, the with their lives parts is relevant. Not all of them, but the majority of them.
Okay, wanted to cover that base.
Yeah. No.
Well, what's
Do
the
we know-
read on Sorry, go on.
I was gonna ask if we know about like a population that has been living there previous to all of this. Do we think it's big enough to have seen them leaving the city?
Oh, yeah. I think a follow-up question there is it's not a huge population, but it's big enough that if there was a mass evacuation, it should have been noticed by the people that you're talking to now. And it is also strange that people from that area, while not too common, right, but they would occasionally venture into the forest for harvesting, specific things, hunting, etc. So while not too common, it is odd that no one has made contact with them in, like, at this point, I want to say a month and a half or 2 months. So that's a pretty long time for no one to run into them.
I'm scared.
And you know what? With all this extra eeriness, we'll say that that 2.5 die becomes a third die to reward the extra.
Yay.
The extra. I don't know if you've learned too much more, but you certainly are unnerved a bit more, which is perhaps good for you in this particular.
Yeah, we'll be more cautious and trying to account for a massive population. All right, I'm gonna roll this.
Yep, 3 dice. Engagement
Done.
roll.
And it'll be okay.
Partial
All right.
success. You will be in a risky position when the action starts. We are halfway through our time, so let's take our 5-minute break and come back with the beginning of the sortie. We'll be back shortly.
Liminal Branch Library. Liminal Branch Library.
All right, and we are back. Oh wait, I didn't force move us back, so the stream's still over there at the heart, which was fine for that moment. Now we need to be back. Need to be back on the map, and we need to. All right, so I think we're gonna start this with something that we've only done like twice in this campaign, primarily because I keep forgetting that this mechanic exists. But also, I don't know if it would have come up every time that... I don't know if it's come up a bunch anyway, but I want a group action. From
Yeah, I feel like we
retinue.
never do group actions.
Yeah, we've only done it like twice, so it's partially on me for that. But essentially, I need one of you to decide who is the leader for the action. Everyone rolls the same skill. And for everyone who does not get at least a partial success on that skill, the leader takes stress to pick up the slack for the team. And the highest result of the roll is used. Even if the leader's not the highest result. Like, the leader essentially has to with this skill. And now, as for what skill might be useful in this particular case, I think that skill would be something combat related or magic related would be the skill that I want rolled for this. So we'll find out what you're dealing with and how well you're dealing with it with this roll.
Cool. I have 3 in finesse. That's my best.
I have 2 in it.
Okay.
I have none in there.
In prowess? Oh,
In
yeah.
any of it. Yeah. I have ride in prowess because I wanted to fly air.
Right.
Oh no, Vern. Yeah, I think no matter what you pick for either magical or combat-y, Vern is not rolling a lot of dice. And may
I'm
in
gonna be the
fact
dead
rolling
weight.
negative dice.
So when you say magic, do you mean attuned?
I mean attuned, but I could hear arguments for other things that people might think are appropriate.
Does anyone else have
Study.
survey?
no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Well,
right.
If we can't,
I
do
have
that, I think we
survey.
should just have the leader be someone who can take the stress if we don't
Nina has
roll it.
survey.
Pretty good at surveying. What do you need to survey?
Now we need something all of us can survive.
Yeah, which honestly, I don't know if there is something that all of you will succeed on. But
Mm-hmm.
Does everyone have something in sway or command?
I don't think Swear Commander
I
I
is an
have 3
option.
commands.
Yeah, that's not a really.
This should be
Hey,
dealing
leave.
with
Go
this is
away.
dealing with an active threat either via violence or magical means is what I need rolled here.
Okay.
Okay, well, you can choose something that like, so if you're not the leader in a group action, the highest roll on the team is a 6. We don't cause the leader to mark 1 stress. If my highest roll, oh no, probably our highest roll,
No,
right?
your
was a
highest
1.
roll. Yours. specifically.
Okay, well,
Pick something
so-
Chalice is bad at because he won't
yeah,
be a
pick something that
trainer
I'm bad
leader.
at.
Okay, so what about skirmish? Do people have anything in that?
I have 0 in
Yeah.
skirmish.
I have 0.
0.
Damn.
3.
Oh, this is
I'm the only skirmisher in here.
skirmish is probably
Do we
a good
wanna
one.
Take a little
Otherwise.
screenshot of our things so we can compare.
I'm looking at them
Visually,
all open
I'll
Because
show
right
you
now.
mine if you show me yours.
I think
Mm,
your best bet might legitimately be finesse.
yeah.
I think that's probably it. I think it's finesse.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not showing you my skills. Get
What the
out of here.
hell?
I
What a
see
game. It's
everything.
I mean, I didn't have to see
Volunteer
yours. You
school.
just flopped them out.
Oh yeah, I think finesse, even if you have none in there. Which
Yeah,
I
just
don't
like-
think you
Yeah.
have
I
none.
didn't go down and
There you
math
go.
out everything, but that seems like an appropriate skill that the majority of you either have a high number in or a dabble in. So, all right, who is the leader for this role? Who wants to lead the group as they deal with a hostile threat without knowing what that hostile threat is?
Very much be
Again.
willing. I only have 2 stress. Oh, okay.
All right.
Does anyone else have less stress?
Central.
I only got 2 stress. We got this.
I have 0 stress.
I have
Yeah, but-
5 stress.
Chalice, you're
I'm
probably
the
not leading in this particular.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lead. Sorry.
All right. All right.
How does the stress stuff work in this situation?
In this situation, whoever is the leader takes 1 stress for everyone who fails the roll. But we use the highest roll in the group to determine if, as a whole, you succeed or not. Right?
Okay.
So basically, you get 5 rolls, but for everyone that's a fail, the leader takes stress.
Okay.
Except for me.
Except for Chalice. If Chalice fails, there's no consequences.
All right.
So
is this
a maximum
standard?
of... Sorry,
Yeah, maximum
just
of...
to be clear, a maximum of 4 stress can happen here, right?
Yep.
So it would be ideal for the leader to be someone who can afford that without much trouble, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Sounds like
I've
Chantrell's
got-
almost empty, so that sounds...
The ear. Yeah. Here's my stress.
All right.
It is 2.
All right.
We have our sacrifice. I mean, volunteer.
Yeah.
Everyone
Hey.
roll finesse.
I heard
All
that.
right.
Are
Risky
they doing
standard?
any-
Yep. Let's
Any
go for it.
modifiers?
Nope. No
Nope.
modifiers.
All right.
Chalice, no consequences.
What the hell?
Oh, Vern with a partial success despite having 0 dice. Good work.
Woo!
Wow.
Hey, no problem.
Woo!
We
Look
got a
at
full
me.
success there.
We got
Another full
2!
success.
Just so you know, it's not that if I roll a failure, if there's no consequence, someone has to roll a 6, which they did, so it's
Oh,
fine.
which they did.
Yay.
Okay. Good to know.
Look at that! We did it!
Only one stress to you, right?
And I didn't even get stressed from that one.
MBD.
Yeah.
It's like,
and-
I'm not worried.
So that, yeah, this is a pretty good set of rolls. So Chantrell, as the leader of the group, though of course everyone can feel free to pitch in. As the group moved into Amurayadad, the buildings, the plant life, were eerily still for a good bit as you investigated and made your way inside until all of a sudden they weren't. The wilting flower on one structure, its petals dropped to the ground and then crawled on many legs like centipedes over towards you. From another
Got it.
area, corpses shambled forth, covered
Oh,
with like
no.
rot and fungus. And you all managed to
This is
successfully fend this assault of plant and rot off. So feel free to describe how so.
Immediately
wasting.
stabbing things that are crawling towards us.
Yeah, I mean,
As
hey,
soon
look, it
as-
doesn't need to be flashy. If it's just like everyone's just in stabbing mode, that works perfectly fine.
I mean, if
Please.
petals fall and start crawling towards me like bugs, I am smashing them with my sword and my feet.
No, that makes perfect sense. And like these to be clear, these are big. Like they do crawl towards you like bugs, but they are big big petals, right? Like
Okay, then I use my
bugs.
sword.
But no, that's successful. We see, I assume, Shion and Chantrell cutting through the plant-like insects, and Merlin some form of spellcraft, I would assume.
Yeah, I'm just like beep, beep. Not even getting fancy with it. Just death beam.
Vern, do you contribute to the violence? You gotta.
I think what Vern is doing with a finesse roll in this is just like dodging not only the enemies, but my cohorts who are trying to kill the enemies for me. So she's just being out of the way in a very nimble manner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you help the party by not being in any particular danger yourself, and Chalice, I assume, sticks close to Vern.
Yeah,
So we see this
I am Hanson.
well-practiced martial machine as the 5 of you lead the way. Your concordant allies, your arcanists, follow in your wake, doing what they can to help neutralize the threats ahead of you, and also to inspect them. Now, I mentioned the petals falling, but also these corpses, afflicted with rot. And it's Set who, like, pauses upon one of the corpses, pauses upon one of the petals, and announces, in the same tone that they typically use, like, "Oh, well, it looks like this fungus and these plants were both arcanically made using the blood of mortal creatures as a primary component."
Fucking knew
Oh,
it!
neat. Wasn't that dandy?
This bitch is everywhere.
Damn.
They would say, "It looks like we have some sort of bioarcanist on our hands."
Bioarcanist? Oh no.
This is awesome.
Guys,
So-
if we see a giant redhead with a prosthetic sword arm, we gotta run away.
No, I will not. That sounds beautiful.
I'm gonna make and put 2 clocks.
Oh dear.
One is find the arcanist, which I'm going to put at 8, and we'll make it a nice blue. We'll put find the arcanist. Now, unfortunately for this one, I do not have a map. There were too many things to draw. I'm sorry I couldn't get to all of them, but we're just gonna have to look at this world map. I'm gonna put it all. I'll put it right here. We have find the arcanist, and I'll make a second one called be found by the arcanist.
Oh, I hate that
no.
one.
And this one is going to be much smaller, and I will make it red.
Hide and seek.
So,
Man.
you know that
Yeah,
there
we
is an
should've had to beat the
active,
restaurant. Volcano?
threat
Oh no.
in the area that you want to find before they find you.
Mhm.
How do you do this?
I think I'm gonna attune. Or attune.
All right, that went very well the last time you tried to find a magic user.
I would like to assist on the attune. I also have one in attune.
Alright,
Okay.
a 1 and a tune.
Shut up. Shut up. Very good. Sorry, I keep telling you to shut up.
Pushes me into the petals. Just scab over immediately.
Get bugged.
All right, Merlin.
Should I do risky, standard?
Let's do a desperate standard.
Yeah. Okay.
This is something which you literally just had go poorly for you like a week ago. So
Man, I've been doing this for so long. You gotta just get back on the horse and attune to it. Like Avatar.
all right. So hey, you get a partial success. So you do it, and in this case, I think on partial success, you still get a I'm gonna give you the standard amount of progress, which is 2.
Can
And-
I just ask real quick? Did that include my help there?
Oh, no, I didn't add anything to
Oh,
that.
well, roll an extra d6 to make sure, because if you get a
Woo!
6, then I
What's
will not
the-
say what I
what's
was
the
about
what?
to say.
Just
Alright.
roll one
Slash
R 1d6.
Space. Yeah.
1d6, all one?
Yeah.
Slash R space 1d6.
4.
Eh.
All right.
Aw.
All right, Merlin, you using your spellcraft, using the smoke, similar to how you did before, you're able to pick up on the trail of, okay, this is in a strange way, a morbid way, a garden, and
Aw.
you're trying to
No,
find the
no,
gardener.
don't bring it like that.
What?
Oh, it's garden, it's plant life.
Yeah, it's a garden.
With
It's
the
a
air.
garden, and so you've been spending a lot of time with plants and like putting care into it, and you can sense the same. Now, I don't want to say the same exact emotion behind it, the same care, but there is a care, a peculiarly thought put into it, and as you sense those emotions and the thread back, you do get stung again. Now, this time, it's not as violent as what happened with Krain, right? Like, you don't get thrown, or anything of the sort. Instead, Merlin, you might not even notice it immediately as you're doing this, but the rest of the retinue would, as you all notice Merlin's face just sort of like shrinking in a little bit, getting a little bit more wrinkled, like he's slowly becoming more desiccated, or like he's slowly aging, or rather, more quickly aging as this spell goes on.
No, it should have been
having a stroke. Quick!
Now, Merlin, you can choose to try to resist it if you would like to. Otherwise, I'm going to give you the level 1 harm of...
I'll resist.
Okay, now...
Stamina... No, what is it?
You just...
make a resistance roll, plus 1d. Okay.
Yep, so you can... I think this one you could resist with either of your top 2 categories, either with Insight or Prowess. Just click on the word Insight or the word Prowess.
Oh, I can't do Resolve?
I don't think Resolve is appropriate for this one. This one's either you're physically resisting the effects, or you're...
You know what? Insight, because it has Remedy in it.
With a keen mind, yeah. Just so click the word Insight itself.
Yep. All right, plus 1. Okay.
Suffer 2 stress.
Ooh.
So Merlin, you feel this magic draining your vitality, but you manage to resist it or otherwise dispel it.
No, not yet.
Still have some number of years.
You're supposed to be wise beyond your years, not years behind your wise.
I'm only a spry 158. No, fuck! I wasn't supposed to say that. Now they know how old I am.
So Merlin, you're able to lead the group in a direction, taking them through the valley town, where you come across an area where it looks like some of these plant-like creatures are not yet fully formed. They feel more like a carnivorous plant in that like turns towards you, and like the edges of the petals sort of reach out in your directions, but they're not capable of breaking free and attacking you in this way at the moment. Who else wants to make a roll to try to track this individual down? I'm going to say that for now, I'm going to try to avoid repeat skills for at least 2 or 3 rolls, right? Like let's try not to all attune one after the other. But you know, we can.
I would like to make a study roll to figure out. One, I saw the effect that just happened on Merlin. I just helped him attune. Knowing somewhat, I imagine that Chalice knows a little bit about the gardening stuff because he was there when Merlin got all that plant stuff and probably is like knows about it a little bit, and just sort of studying how all this sort of came to be and try to trace that back.
Okay, sounds good to me. Does anyone want to assist with this one?
I was gonna survey, so I will assist on.
Okay, yeah, these sound pretty adjacent in that way. Go for it. Chalice, take your extra die.
Do I also have a desperate roll, or is it just risky?
No, I don't think this one's as desperate because it's not using magic. There's no magical countermeasure to you using your brain and eyes.
Hopefully. All right, great.
Some people.
Yeah, actually, what? No, that's not true. Yeah,
ADHD.
if you use your eyes on Nido de Paz, you might get blinded because that's as bright as the sun. So, you know, there's some countermeasures over there.
Wait, what?
But...
Oh, what? Now we're at Caleb. Now we got the Frenzied Flame. Ugh.
Yeah, that's over there, though. We're not there now. Yeah, right now we're in Caleb. But...
All right.
Yeah, Chalice, make your roll. Partial success. All right.
I did not add the... Sorry. Why are we forgetting everybody?
Well, that extra D6.
Hey!
Hey! And I help.
That's something to stress over.
All right, Chalice, I'm going to offer you a deal. An optional deal. You get 2 ticks on it as you and Vern together surveying, sort of like paying attention to where that came from, where the growths have been more recently attended versus not so much, to narrow your search further. If you would like, I will give you a bonus tick, a 3rd tick, in exchange for you all taking your time with it and me giving 1 be found tick.
Ooh.
Wait, let me look at this clock here.
Instead of just 2.
Yeah, we're streets ahead.
Yeah, you're already ahead, so you can be even more ahead to give the enemy a little bit of a catch-up. Or...
What do you think, Vern?
Let's take the deal. Let's gamble.
Let's
You
deal,
got
deal.
yourself a deal.
Yeah,
No
I will
whammies,
point
no
out that
whammies,
this
no
now
whammies.
puts finishing this circle in critical success range. If someone gets a critical success, you will finish this circle.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. So that was first Merlin and Chalice. Now Chalice and Vern. Chantrell or Shion, do either of you have a way to, dare I ask, hunt down these particular individuals? Or, you know, something else, but that's, you know.
Shion? Lena?
Hi, what exactly are we hunting?
You're not
the
sure
person behind
exactly
this.
who yet, but you're hunting whatever mage.
There's people.
Yeah, a mage of
The-
some
I kind of thought that
magician.
people were all gone. Were
There seems
magician
to be a
just-
guiding
behind this.
hand
Fungi.
here. Someone is growing
Mm.
these things, tending to the garden, as it were.
yeah, I can probably hunt for a guy doing this thing.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Do you want help or you got this?
I think I got it.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
I'll continue fending off zombies.
Are we doing risky standard? What are we doing?
I think for a hunt, let's give it a risky standard. The risk on failure is you get jumped by a creature, but otherwise. All right. for another
Hey!
success. All right, for a partial
there.
success on this one. Oops, I did not mean to undo
No!
it. For partial success, I'm still going to give
No!
you the full progress. But I'm going to say that as you're getting close, somewhere, someone does start to notice the sounds of not just the retinue, but the fact that you have like 60 dudes with you. You know, like all your mages are with you. You know, it's hard for
What the
everyone
hell?
to be quiet, especially when people are throwing spells to keep critters away and all that too.
All right, whose ass is clapping? Guard.
No, we
Oh,
brought our thickest soldiers.
Merlin.
Chalice. No.
All right.
Chalice says that. We see him. He's just caked up.
All right. Who wants
As
to
if
make
I really look like that.
the potential final roll? Or actually the likely final roll, if we're being honest. Because if you get a partial success, you'll make it. And if you fail, you're probably close enough to be found by this point.
Ah.
All right. Who should do it?
I would feel comfortable having Vern make a command roll unless somebody has a better idea. She was just going to
Command.
tell the soldiers
Show
to keep
yourself!
going.
Yeah. Basically,
My skills
command
are
the
in
mages
prowess.
to fan out in a correct pattern, and, you know.
Yeah, basically just being like, we're looking for these signs, follow these root patterns, follow, you know, the
Yes.
density of foliage or whatever.
The survey roll.
Yeah. And actually, you know what? I'll say that Shion's hunt has led us to a specific structure. Not the main defensive structure in town. Like it's not like the town hall or like the governor's house or any of like the barracks, but there is a particularly tall tower that's up against one of the valley walls that has like all these plants grown on it in a way that almost expand the building, right? Like there are floors that are entirely plant-like that you explore. So this is like where you've been led to, and now you feel reasonably confident that you're in or around the right spot. So you can have like the mages systematically searching like floor by room by etc., right? With your command roll.
Does anyone else want to do something flashier than that?
No, but I can assist you.
Okay.
Unless you want.
No, you're my right-hand gal.
Okay.
Squirrels. Cap.
I don't have hair.
Squirrels with spores.
Make cape.
Yeah.
Blushes
Anyway.
and like puts their feet on the ground.
2 stress,
They're
right?
definite canonical feet.
Cool.
All right,
Oh.
partial success.
We got it.
So we're going
Yay.
to take
I
this
do
one.
it.
You do in fact do it. Now let's see.
Woo!
Is there anything? All right, I think I know what the complication for the position here will be, and I think it's pretty appropriate. As you all enter this like overgrown tower, you find a particularly large chamber at its heart, one that has a view that I think Chalice would be one that you're sort of used to, because it reminds you a lot of your home, where you're kind of like surrounded by the ground, but then up above there's like glass and sky. And here it's similar in that you're surrounded by like the plants and everything, but up above it's, you know, it's the sky, it's open to the air, and there's like flower petals drifting down. And beginning to stir at the center, because I'm saying beginning to stir because you've gotten halfway there. Not quite there, but is in the process of, if you don't act fast, will be fully awake, regardless of what you do, right? Beginning to stir at the center is a massive 5-headed dragon. One that you saw fly out of the mall many months ago.
No.
Bitch!
No.
Oh no.
The plant life has grown up around her. And I don't know if we described the different heads as she fled. I don't know if we even really got into detail on them. But unlike many
I only remember one head,
multi-headed
honestly.
dragons, yeah, honestly, she might have only had the one and not fully transformed, because I think she did just fly away.
Yep.
Unlike many multi-headed dragons, not that there are many to begin with, typically they would be different, like, palettes, right? Like you might have a red dragon head, a green dragon head, a blue, a silver, a gold, etc. In the case of this individual, there's one head that is black and red, but otherwise a very typical dragon head with particularly long and twisted horns and teeth, but otherwise, you know, what you might expect on a dragon. The ones that flank it, however, they look in particularly ill health. One has all of its muscles and like meat exposed. The another is the same sort of structure, like, you know, it's very muscly, very fleshy, but is covered in fungus and rot. Like the flesh is starting to slough off and drip.
It was too good of a throw-up noise. Please do not do that again.
Pardon me.
The next is entirely stripped of flesh and is a head purely of bone.
Yes.
And the last is a spectral one that dances with ghostly flames.
Oh, Toodles. Okay, well.
Mother's draconic form, which has fed off of all of the people in this town to recover, is beginning to wake up. What do you all do? You are well within your rights to turn and flee if that is your preferred action.
Fuck.
But if you turn and flee, you're not capturing this holding.
Yeah. I don't think we're capturing it here either.
Sure, guys.
Shion.
Can we put it back to sleep somehow?
I got the sun sword.
Yeah, it's lightsaber time.
Is this thing still a vampire? Is this thing still weak to sunlight?
Well, it's certainly undead, so it's unclear whether or not it's a vampire, but there's a good chance it would be weak to the Sunblade. Now, weak to and instantly killed by are very different statements, however.
Okay, listen. I know it's very scary, but I do have the skill Ambush, where if I attack from hiding, I get plus 1d.
I don't think that's enough.
It's not, but it's a good start.
We brought doctors here. Well, I guess mages.
I think it's in the back.
Hey, mages.
Hey, if those mages can offer support while we do
Can I just
this,
cast Cure on her?
Oh my gosh, Kira.
can they cast Cure on me?
On you? Yeah.
Listen, if I take initiative to preempt a threat, I will get XP. This looks like a threat that I can take initiative to preempt right now.
It's true. It is
I mean,
true.
Okay, which
You know
head looks like the easiest to stab a lightsaber through?
what's the head? The mother head.
I think. Here's what I think. I think it's less that there's a question. Well, you know what? Look, you don't have a lot of time, right? So I think that while you can have a quick discussion amongst yourselves, figuring out a weakness will risk losing your chance to ambush, right? So
Yeah, I think that Shion would not even waste time talking.
Yeah, not hesitate.
okay. I think
This is the sort of thing that, like, by the time Vern says anything about how we should leave or whatever, Shion is already there.
Yeah.
Good.
All right, I see that the ambush is starting, and I'm going to retreat.
Well, I'm gonna say we're gonna do that, and if Shion wants to attack first, I mean, actually, I have reflexes, so I can just do it.
Yeah, I mean, look, if both there's this thing called group rolls that allows you both to do them at do the attacks at the same time and benefit from doing so. So, you know, that's something we can do as a group if we have multiple people who want to leap into action. The only note I was going to add is when you were talking about having the mages support you, I think Set would comment, not all of the Arcanists are as capable and comfortable with combat to be able to hold up against such a threat, but I at least will support you.
Good boy.
Give us the stat block.
I hand them a Werther's.
There's no stat blocks in this game.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. But all right, are we ambushing? And if yes, who are the ones jumping into the fray?
Well,
I think we know.
Yeah.
The inside
Classic.
guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Classic Merlon Cheon double attack.
All right. Chantrell, are you hanging back to protect the Vern?
I need to. I want to go, but I need to sit here and be like, ah!
Okay,
You could protect
Shion.
her by attacking. I don't know.
It's true. What is what skill would that be? What skill do we have in common?
Does it have to be the same roll for us?
Yeah, it has to be the same roll.
Hunt. How I feel?
Cool, works for me.
Hey.
Yeah, I think
All
that
right.
will apply for this first roll because she's in the process of stirring from what is likely a magical slumber of heat, like, you know, restoring herself,
gonna-
right?
We're interrupting her beauty sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it will work for
Good.
this first one. It will be a little bit harder when she's actively fighting to justify Hunt, I think. But for
Okay.
this, I think it'll work. All right.
Should we roll like we're both gonna roll hunt? What position?
So here's what we're going to roll. We're both going to roll Hunt. One of you technically has to be the leader to cover for the other if the other one fails. I don't know if either of you have a preference there.
I mean, you know what? I'll take it.
Isn't
So I'll be leader.
does the extra die that Merlin gets happen regardless of who's leader?
I'm going to say yes, and you know what? I'm going to say that I'll give you both the extra die. I think that sounds fun for
Damn.
this.
He's gonna get smoked. And would you say it's controlled or risky?
Oh, this is not controlled remotely. I think because of the result of the other roll, of the previous roll, which said that you're now in a desperate position, we're gonna do with desperate great. We're gonna open with desperate great.
All right. +1, +1.
That's where Shion thrives.
Yeah.
3.
See?
Very nice.
All right.
All right. Well, look. So because this is a group roll, there's no stress to the leader because no one failed, and we got a success with 2 people. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have you both pick. What do you attack? Are you attacking the body, a specific head?
I'm gonna say I get out the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A mix of cleansing herbs, like white sage, such like that, and like salted herbs.
Mm-hmm.
And I load it in my pipe, and I smoke that all up, and I blast it like all over, like AOE, all her.
Yeah. That sounds reasonable to me.
He's getting a hickory smoke.
And then Shion, I assume you sweep in through the smoke or ahead of the smoke with the sunblade.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
As for where, I mean, I feel like the flesh head is the most stabbable. But, I mean, it is made out of sun, so.
I mean, yeah. Look, I think all of them are stabbable in their own ways, but the flesh head is very conventionally stabbable. You know, so I think it's a great place to start.
Sure.
All right. Let me drag all of the different clocks onto the battlefield on the right.
I'm
there.
scared.
We'll start with the dragon because the dragon is the only one with more stuff. Then we'll go for flesh since it's hit next.
Oh, is that 10?
Then rot.
Where's Rowan when you need him?
Rowan was looking at the manor, which was the other vampire spot. The one that you said you wanted to put off hunting vampires for. That
Yeah.
one.
Well, I mean, Chalice is running. He's he can't do anything here.
That's me.
Sorry, I moved it so that they would fit better on the stream view. Sorry.
That's good.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. Shion, you dive forward and sink the sunblade into the fleshy dragon head as like the whole body's starting to stir. The searing smell of draconic flesh fills the air around you, and the eye of the rotting head beside you like twists open, right? Like its half attached eyelid and the eyeball within like rolls around to see you as all of the different heads screech in pain from Merlin's opening smoke and from the sunblade delving into it. So, Merlin, for yours, I'm going to throw a single tick. Because this is a pretty successful ambush, and I gave it great effect, we're going to do a single tick on everything. And then, Shion, for your sunblade, I'm going to throw 3 ticks on the one that you hit for the flesh.
Yeah!
So Shion, you have your blade into it deep, and you can feel just how much you're able to cut through it and how much there is to go. But it's cutting through very well. Just the sheer size is the problem at play here. As Mother awakens, she rears back, perhaps dragging Shion into the air unless you want to like withdraw the blade. And she is going to immediately turn... I don't want to say turn Hambone's spell against him, because that's not what's happening, but use the same technique Merlin just used on her back on the group. Like, she snaps awake from the pain of the sunblade, sees everyone around, and just all 5 heads take a deep inhale, and I give... Because you got a full success, everyone can decide how they want to try to react to a 5-directional breath weapon just sweeping the levee, sweeping the entire room. How you protect specific people.
I Toho it.
You Toho it, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, just dodge it.
I will say that, Shion, if you stick onto the head, you'll be drawn into the air, but you yourself will be the sole person not in danger, if that's where you...
Yeah, that's what I was considering. I'm just gonna stay above, like on the head, like Shadow of the Colossus style.
You grab like a piece of exposed bone or something.
Oh my gosh. Alright, I've got bodyguard.
Oh yeah.
So I can take a +1d to resistance when I'm protecting a teammate.
And am I not just rolling, right? Am I just like...
Look, so the reason why I'm asking is I am within my rights to just give you all a resistance roll right here and now for a big threat, right? Or like to just inflict harm on you. I don't need you to roll for me to inflict harm on you, right? Like I can just do that. But if Chalice's approach is, you know what? I'm sprinting out of this building and not coming back. Then you get a roll for it. Maybe you'll take some harm, but maybe you'll be out of danger for the next one, right? Like that's something you can choose to do if you'd like. Chantrell, I think we've done this in the past. If you would like to not make any sort of skill rolls to resist the harm, but guarantee that Vern will take 0 harm and just you're going... sorry, not to resist. Like if you're going to make no skill rolls, like you just get in front of Vern, take the hit for her, then Vern won't have to roll anything. You can roll to resist the harm for potentially not taking anything. But in the worst case, taking the hit for both of you. If that's what you want to do. Or you can do something else, and if it comes to it, you can jump in the way at the last second, but then there's a chance that, at that point, there might be failures involved, and thus the stakes are raised.
Were you going to say something, Katie?
I was. Vern was going to have all of the mages kind of do a big protect, a big shell G. We can get there. And then we can kind of have everybody except for Shion, basically. Oh, and Merlin. Just have us all behind like a protective wall. I don't know. They're mages.
We're about to find out, I think.
Okay.
We have something more surefire, so I'm like, I don't know. Am I making up rules?
I mean, it would be nice to not have to worry.
Yeah.
Hey, look, if Chantrell gets in front of Vern and Vern's like, just looks to the Concordant Arcanist and is like, barrier, something, anything, command roll.
Yeah.
And if that works, great. If it doesn't, well, Chantrell's in front of Vern.
It's true.
I suppose so. Do you want me to hit a command?
Before you do, Chalice, are you fleeing or are you remaining by Vern and Chantrell?
So is this a building we're in, though?
Yes, it's a building made of plants and things.
Are there various levels to this? Like, can I get on the second floor somehow?
You can certainly look for it. Yeah, in the moment, that might be difficult. But
Okay, well, because Vern is having the mages do a big protect, I think Chalice's best chance is to stay put, but he will be looking for, on his next turn, to get up in height.
All right. He's going to try to tank this, but if the attention gets off of him, get up. All right, Merlin, what about you? I assume you threw spells, so you may not be too far away. Are you running to the group? Merlin
will... Let's see here. So this is for the attack, right? Merlin's gonna... I'm gonna say he smoke bombs and tries to hide himself from it.
All right. You can certainly try. I think, Merlin, you're going to roll... You can roll a tune with, I think, a... we're going to call it a desperate stand. We'll call it desperate standard for you.
Yeah.
Then Vern, give me a desperate great.
Hey!
Ooh, success.
Like,
All right. Reason why I left it desperate, Merlin, like smoke to hide from it. It's filling the whole place. But I think what this means is that your smoke is potent enough that like the breath weapons are unable to peel it fully off you, right? Like you're generating enough smoke that's swirling around you as like the breaths sweep by. All right. Now, Vern. Oh yeah, and everyone who's rolling desperates, everyone who's rolling, be prepared to make a lot of XP mark picks. You're gonna get slapped hard on every failure. So.
Yeah. I took a stress to have an extra.
Okay.
Okay. Partial success. Here's what I will say. Let's see. I want to give you a deal here for this one to push it into success to protect everyone rather than just some of them. I think what would I want from you to push to push the roll. Let's see. Vern. I don't know. Is there anything you can offer me in this moment that you think a sacrifice that you might make?
I think Vern would be happy to, not happy to, but in order to make the command roll, make sure everybody heard her, she'd be in front of the mages speaking.
Okay.
So she might be the first to encounter any harm.
But here's what I'll say. I like that. So you will be captured or, protected by the mages this round, but you and Chantrell, I assume, sticks to your side very, very closely. But you and Chantrell are now in greater danger for whatever happens next. But that will work for this particular one, I think. All right. So you stepping forward, Vern, as you give the command, I think brings out... There's like a moment where Set makes eye contact with you, and where like the mages, some of them are starting to throw up barriers, some of them are already turning tail and running because this isn't what they thought they were going to do today. I think Set makes eye contact with you as you like move in front of the group, sees you leading by putting yourself in danger, and there's this brief moment of slowdown as one of Set's eyes crawls out of their socket and expands, and then there's just like a flash of light that creates a solid barrier that deflects.
Oh, right. Okay, I was a little confused. Forgot.
The eye slides back into its socket, and then Set sort of like is like breathing really heavily, as if that took a great toll out of them.
Aww.
But the whole group, including the levy, is protected, and they only volunteered that particular cost because of Vern's willingness to put herself in danger.
Woo!
That's my Vern.
All right, Shion, you're
I gotta say,
yeah,
I love the range of reactions to that scene there. People who know it versus people who don't know, basically.
True.
But yeah, what's up? What do we do?
Yeah, I was gonna say, look, while all these breath weapons, you get pulled up into the air as all of the heads breathe downwards, and for a brief moment you can't see anything except for, I think, Merlin's like smoke defending himself. So you and the 5 heads of the dragon are above this smoke-filled room, light coming in from the sky above as it settles into dusk. What do? You have 5 dragon heads around you. I'd say probably half of them are staring directly at you because you're the only thing they can see at this stage, right?
Wait.
Well, my goal here is to make sure that there's less heads.
Yeah.
So I would like to continue what I started and try to finish chopping this flesh head off.
Yeah, go for it. So it's still like buried halfway, I suppose, and you're trying to get the full sweep up and out.
Yeah, which I think this could either be finesse or skirmish. It's not gonna matter. Like, I have 3 above.
Yeah, then pick whichever one you would prefer.
Well, I feel like this is more a matter of strength, of literally pulling the blade all the way. So I would rather go skirmish.
All right. I'm giving you an extra +1 die on this roll just from the Sunblade. It's good at this part. It's good at this part.
I've already got it in there.
So what do I get for position and effect?
I think you're still at desperate great here because
Damn.
if you fail, you are alone with 5 dragon heads for at least a few seconds, which is not good. Not a good spot to fail.
I'm gonna
Beyond
run
Warren's
up.
5th pip. Or 4th pip, pardon me.
1 second. So I have a ability called Battle Wound.
Okay.
I may expend my special armor to reduce, to push myself during a fight, which is to say, I can do the equivalent of take 2 stress without taking 2 stress. So I would like to use that for this roll.
Yeah, go for it. To give you a bunch of dice. Now you have +2 dice on top. success. You do it. All right, that's another 3.
Oh my god.
All right, I'm gonna do a similar thing that I did to Vern just a moment ago. Shion, you feel you've almost got it all the way through as as the head of rot has finished its breath down on the ground below and turns to snap at you. If you hesitate a moment, you think you could get the flesh head off completely, but it will bite you. You think that you can get away from the bite without serious harm, but you will be harmed. Would you like to exchange 1 extra tick on this clock for a level 1 harm?
Yes.
All right.
I was gonna say, I think Shion, yeah.
And bite your booty. Watch out.
All right, Shion, if you would like, please describe your flourish as you successfully remove one of the 5 heads from the dragon. And if you would also like, you can describe how the other head bites into Shion.
Yeah, sure. But before that, I just want to make something clear here. I have an ability called Relentless.
Okay.
Its effect is penalties from harm are 1 level less severe.
Okay.
Does that mean that this level 1 harm was originally going to be a level 2 harm? Or is this a situation where this becomes a level 0 harm and therefore I take nothing?
So there's a difference here between penalties and having them. So penalty in this case means if you have the harm in a level 1 slot, it will not affect you. A level 2 harm affects you as if it was a level 1. I'm not particularly good at remembering to call these into effect, though it has come up before. So basically what this means is you'll still have the harm on your character sheet, but you will not suffer any penalties from it when they come up.
Okay.
But you are still in danger of, if all of your harms fill up and then you take another harm, you die. Right? Like that's still the danger.
You don't notice it.
Right.
Makes sense. Okay, so I think that Shion is in the middle of cutting through this thick neck of this creature. And he's not making enough headway as much as would like. And just grimaces and powers through it. Maybe lets out a scream as they finish cutting it. And then there's just this moment where both Shion and the head are just floating in midair.
Oh, yep.
And Shion is trying to take some time to, recompose or something, and that's when she doesn't notice the other head comes in and takes a bite.
It comes in, takes a bite, does not perhaps gain as firm of a hold as it would like, but does manage to cast you off of her body and onto the ground as the breath weapons have completely rolled out and past everyone. So Shion, you're right in the front, right at the front of her. Merlin, you're not too far behind, where your smoke dissipates as the breath weapons do as well. Vern and Chantrell, you're behind. You're not too far behind Merlin, and then Chalice, you're probably back over with Set and the Arcanists. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yep. I think so.
There's a thrash and a scream as the one head falls through the air. Shion, you probably, despite being bitten, I imagine still land on your feet.
Yeah.
So you can mark a rotting bite or a dragon head bite on your level 1 harm. The head, the head of flesh, meanwhile, splatters into the ground nearby, and as the dragon's screech comes to an end, she her forelegs slam into the ground, and each of those 4 remaining heads, one looks to Shion, one looks to Merlin, one looks each at Chantrell and Vern, each of those remaining heads speak in unison.
Oh no.
Not even polite enough to let me finish my beauty sleep. You're
Good to be here all
fortunate that
day.
these heads will regrow if I give them enough time. I'm in a forgiving mood. I'll kill one of you quickly. The rest will suffer.
Nah.
All right, and now all four of those heads are going to take a bite. Bonehead's going to take a bite out of Merlin. Rot's going to continue
why
to
is that?
pursue. I don't
Why
know.
that head in particular?
I know Rot's going after Shion because Shion just attacked, just got bit by the Rot one.
Proximity.
Yeah, and so the bone, it was just, arbitrary, I think. It was just arbitrary. The spectral one lunges for Chantrell, and the draconic one goes for Vern.
Well, fuck. I
yeah.
have a sword.
Chantrell,
We're gonna make
because you
this
have
work.
your ability, I would allow you to, should you choose, kick Vern back into the levee, and thus put yourself in the position of needing to parry two dragon heads at the same time, which is not an envious position to be in.
Holy shit.
I can do it!
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe.
All right. Let's go that way. Let's go that one first. Let's start at the back of the group and then roll forward. Chantrell, how do you get Vern out of danger in this moment?
I'm yeeting her with my foot.
Get down, Madam President.
All right, Vern. Any reaction as you get kicked into the
Stay
mage
back!
levee?
Or get back.
No, I think she's really focused on keeping everything in her mind fresh. So she's basically not going to react at all, but she is going to brace and hope that the mages catch her behind.
Mm-hmm. Chalice, do you try to catch Vern?
I was kind of hoping my next move could be to take some of the mages and go upstairs to. I want to bring this plant building down.
Oh,
Yes.
Wait, we're in it.
Yeah, so just gotta move.
yeah. That's a you problem in a couple minutes, so just be aware of that. Yeah, no, Chalice, you can do that. Yeah, some of the other Arcanists can grab and steady Vern.
I mean, nobody has to catch me either.
Yeah, you can also just trip all over. But all right, Chantrell, are you trying to get a hit in on either
head?
Yeah, get a hit in on either head that's striking at you, or are you playing pure defense?
Which are the two headed this way again?
The soul and the dragon.
Honestly, purely defense. The next one is gonna be some hits, but right now, it is a panic, avoid everything, and try not to get hit.
All right, pick whatever skill you think best represents your martial abilities, and we can see if you can deflect and parry both.
So
Desperate
graceful.
or
If there was something beyond desperate, I would give it to you, but
Damn.
I think we'll keep it at desperate. We're gonna call it standard
Legendary.
effect, not great effect this time, but I think
Just a level that says, please, 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 please.
just a little says,
Oh
please.
fuck! Oh shit! Oh fuck!
we got this!
Oh
Oh no!
I panicked too much.
no! Ooh, 1, 2,
Uh-oh.
3. That's not good. All right, Chantrell, I am going to give you the level 3 harp. You get Vern completely out of danger.
Cool.
But as you attempt to try to, you're focusing on defense, right? You're not trying to go for a strike. But perhaps the spectral one is just moves a little bit less naturally than you expect, right?
It's
and
a ghost.
the way it shimmers and shifts, it slips past your guard, sinks its ghostly fangs into into your blade arm. And the moment it does and you're immobilized, the other one in perfect sync grabs the other half of your body. I'm going to inflict level 3 harm, nearly bisected, unless you would like to try to resist that.
Not the wishbone.
Okay, this is the second time this has happened though, because I also got smacked in the forehead with a sword or a axe.
Oh
and it
yeah,
almost
that's
went
wow.
farther.
I guess I just subconsciously Oh,
Reheating
no,
your own
that's odd.
nachos.
Man.
I hate to see it.
Is it because I'm used to like cutting up mushrooms for dinner? I don't know if that's
Oh
why.
my god!
No.
That's fucked up.
Hey, but you know, in this case, I think it's perfectly. It just makes sense. Now, Chantrell, you can resist this harm.
Oh,
by
I am going
rolling
to try.
Prowess. Yep. Now, of course, you do run the risk that your stress meter fills up to full and you're out of the combat. Very unlikely, given 3 dice, but it is theoretically possible.
Okay, what am I rolling again for that?
So you click the word probably prowess, I think in this case, which is like your physical capability. You roll that, it's going to roll 3 dice for you, and that's how much stress you take to reduce the harm.
Do I get a plus 1d because of the bodyguard?
Oh, yes, for sure.
Yes. Oh my god!
All right, you only
Yippee!
suffer 1 stress, and instead, I would like you to take that nearly bisected that was in 3 and just put that into both of your level 1s.
Okay!
You know,
For each half.
I'm scared.
all right.
Oh, everybody gets to see this.
Yeah, everyone
My
except
giant
for
mushy friend.
everyone except for Chalice, I think, who has like half of the Arcanist and is moving upstairs.
Yeah.
Chalice, I'm gonna bounce through everyone who's remaining, but then after that, remind me if I don't recall to get back to you.
I've got 2 heads busy, y'all. Take it.
Oh, good.
All right, Vern, you get kicked out of the way, and then you watch Chantrell nearly die for getting you out of danger. She recovers, but there's a moment where you swear she's about to die.
Yeah, I think Rowan is, scream crying a little bit. And I think she's trying to order the mages to do, like, while they're right here, hit them,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. Can I do another command?
And if these guys have healing magic?
Yeah, these are not so much aggressive sort of arcanists. They're
Oh,
more
true.
investigative. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Some of them are flinging spells, but I don't think they're the ones dealing the damage here. With some
Okay, maybe-
limited exceptions that I will get into shortly, but I think, Vern, you can be screaming that. You probably don't get the action this round, but maybe
Yeah.
you can rally some of them next round to do a coordinated something. I think in this round, your action is being saved, unfortunately.
Oh, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doing my job.
Merlin, the skeletal dragon head lunges for you. What are you, like as your smoke parts, are you dealing with this? Are you trying to get back to Vern and Chantrell? Are you trying to aid Shion? What are you doing?
I cast Osteoporosis. No, let's see here.
It's
Fuck you,
super
holes your
effective.
bones.
Let's see. I guess I'm gonna do a tune.
Okay. Magic versus magic. Magic must defeat. I guess it's
Magic
I'm gonna
must
roll.
defeat magic.
Still desperate, I assume.
Oh yeah, for sure. Merlin, you get
Alright.
an extra die on this one for reasons that aren't immediately apparent.
Let's see. Okay. I'm desperate. I'll roll and see what happens.
All right. All right, what's your spell that you do, Merlin?
Oh, I'm gonna be serious. I'm gonna cast Calcify.
Whoa!
Oh,
Oh, cute.
So, how much progress would I have done? Like, if it's just damage,
it would be 2 progress. 6.
can I ask you? It's gonna be only 1 if it actually limits the bonehead's movement.
You know what? I think that's agreeable. But
Woo!
I think that's agreeable. But actually, it's going to remain 2 because Merlin, as you cast this spell to calcify it, you feel like your spell hits, it lands, and it's taking effect. And then there's like this pulse of arcane energy from behind you. As I don't think Merlin gets a great look at
On your
it,
left?
but Vern does. As Set has placed their hand onto the ground, and these dark lines have formed like a rune at Merlin's back, and
Hell yeah.
pumped up Merlin's spell to allow it to be more effective. I was just gonna slap more damage on it, but instead we'll say that you're able to do that, and then Set slaps that extra, brings it back up.
Hell
to
yeah.
2. All right, yeah.
Woo!
This one's calcifying and going it's slowing down. It's not impossible for it to move, but it is now easier to avoid the harm and will not be able to go after as far away threats. All right, Shion, back to you. You're on the ground. The severed flesh head has landed. The one of rot has a taste for you and is staring you down, getting ready to take another bite. What are you doing?
Put your hand in the flesh head and pump it around. Demoralize.
So here's what I'm thinking. I want to leap around this head and wrap the chain around its mouth to keep it shut.
Okay.
And while doing that, I'm gonna try basically. The idea is to incapacitate this mouth while I try to deal with a different one. While I try to cut another. Which I mean, I guess the bonehead is the one closest to dying.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, yeah, let's see if you can incapacitate this one first. And if so, for how long? Leave your trusty chain behind briefly, at least, as you...
No, I'm holding onto it. It's attached to my arm.
Oh, okay, so... Sorry, I misunderstood. So you're wrapping around this one and then just turning against... Rather than the bone head, perhaps the bone neck. Yeah, but I get what you're saying. Yeah. Sounds good. All right, let's make a roll. See what you're able to do.
Kind of wrong.
I think in this case, look, you're still up close with her, and unlike everyone else, you're within swiping distance of the claws at the moment. So we're still going to keep it desperate for you, and we're still going to keep it great for you because you have the Sunblade. So I think we'll do the same.
Do I get
sort of thing.
the +1 from the Sunblade as well?
Oh, yep. Against this foe.
Can those bones.
It's
Take them to a sundry. Ooh.
Partial
okay.
success. All right. I'm going to say that you're able to slow it down briefly. Like you get the chains around it, but the rot makes the chains cut through it a lot more than you expect. And even as you're holding it back and in place, the chains are essentially cutting off parts of the flesh, not the parts that would be critical to it, and so the chain's like slipping, and you have to constantly readjust. You're slowing it down for now, but not for much longer, right? Like there's going to be a moment, and you do manage to deal some damage to the bonehead. And
Woohoo!
I think that, let's see, so on a partial success for a great, you'll still get some damage for you is going to be 2 still. But what I'm going to do for my partial success is that I am going to do exactly what I said and threatened you with a claw. Because it's still a success, it's not going to be major harm. But as you have the chain up on one head, you take the swing at a second one. I want a claw to just sort of like come down the front of Shion. You probably managed to dodge the brunt of it, but you get some nice, good... Probably will turn into more cool scars if they don't get treated right away. You get some dragon claw scratches down the front of your body.
So is that a harm?
Yep, that's another level 1 harm. You are free to try to resist it if you would like, or you can just tank that one for now.
Well, what would resisting it entail?
Resisting it, you would roll one of the categories of skill that you have. In this case, probably prowess. You get to roll a number of dice equal to the unique number of skills in that category you have at least 1 point in. So you would be rolling 2 dice. You take stress equal to 6 minus the highest rolled die. So think of it kind of like seeking solace, right? Like the more dice you roll, the less stress you're probably going to take. But theoretically, you could take 0 stress for resisting, or theoretically, you could take 5 stress from resisting, which I assume, for you would require you to roll.
I'll take the damage.
Okay, sounds good. Alright, take Dragon Clawed. Alright. Let's go up to Chalice. Chalice, I know you wanted to get up there and you wanted to try to bring this tower down. What exactly... So you're trying to just, like, rip it out entirely? What's the play here? You're trying to bury her?
Yes. I would like this to ceiling collapse, pillars collapse inward. I'm looking for structural weaknesses by studying the structure, seeing like what kind of hits or cuts we need to make for it to go in the direction I want to go, or the best direction to bury everything, and I am directing that to the crew that I have gathered with me, as well as, you know, doing it myself. I imagine I have like I take the little glass charm that I have on my horn, and I fashion it into just like a kind of rough edge cutting blade. You know, not very sword-like, but just like a sharp blade that I'm using to also try to cut through to
like a straight edge
structure.
Yeah. All right. I think that sounds fair. What skill do you think is appropriate for this?
I think it's gonna be one of my best ones. Study here, for the analysis and finding out the weaknesses and stuff.
Right. Here's what I'm gonna say for you, Chalice. I think this is a two-parter, right? First, identify. Second, execute. A success here means bonus dice on the execution. A partial success means it just takes you a little bit of time. You can still roll to execute next time. A failure means that some other threats might occur before you're able to finish your analysis. Does that sound fair to you?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Sounds good. Give me your roll.
Great. I'm going to partake in stress for this.
Understood. You know, I think you can also take a +1 die to this roll from mysterious reasons.
Okay, cool. Yeah!
Critical success. Chalice, two things for you, Chalice. First off, as you move through the tower with the Arcanist, you hear, anticipate, and though you are not much of a fighter, you're either able to direct the Arcanists or deal with yourself the petals that are scrambling through the tower that would have attempted to just pluck mages away from you, or you away from them, had you failed. But you're able to deal with those handedly and identify the key locations that you want within this tower to cause it to collapse. Not only that, because of its grown... This was grown using magical means. Chalice, you don't think you're going to need to use your horn as a blade because you think you can use your horn as a tap, as an arcane implement to take over the spell work of the tower to cause it to collapse instead. Now, this will give you a great amount of precision. When you do collapse it, I think due to this critical success, you're still going to need a roll. You're still going to get the bonuses to the roll because you got a full success. But when you do collapse it, the chance of harming your friends is now much lower. I think because you're not just destroying the tower and letting it fall, you're destroying it by magically guiding the fall. Does that sound good to you?
And also I am telling group chat
of course.
This is occurring, so like it's, you know, keep doing what you're doing, but if I say when, you need to leave.
Yeah. I post the hands up emoji in group chat.
All right, sounds good. All right, back to the group. Vern, you were trying to get the mages to all work together. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to deal harm, or are you trying to peel aggro off of Chantrell?
I was trying to deal harm while the heads were directly in front of me and the mages.
Right. I mean, they're still basically there. They're still doing what they can to destroy Chantrell. So
I wonder if now, since getting that group chat, she could direct the mages to do something they might actually be good at and help fell the tower.
Yeah, I mean, so here's my question to you. If you're trying to fell the tower now, what is your goal? Are you trying to pin her under the tower so that you can fight her more easily? Or are you trying to, like, what's the plan here?
I do think crushing as many of the heads under rubble as we can would be awesome. Pinning her is also good because we have a lot of people with swords and stabbing.
Okay. That sounds good. I think if that's something you want to do, then with Chalice, with your I don't want to say with your permission, but I think that using the power of the group chat, Chalice, you're able to relay your discoveries. Those can be relayed through Vern to the Arcanists below. You have half the Arcanists above. Vern, if you want to start bringing it down right now, Chalice free to assist you because of the power of group chat. That's something you all can do right now.
Yeah, I'll do a survey, and I'll mention, like, tell the mages where to do weak spots, weakening spells, up around.
All right, it sounds fair. Chalice, are you assisting with this roll?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
You will get 2
I'm gonna
dice.
choose not to take stress for this one due to my power.
Yeah.
I can only do it once.
Yeah.
Sounds good. You get 2 dice from Chalice for this roll rather than 1, thanks to the previously established that Chalice would get an extra die. So
Cool. Risky standard or desperate great?
we're going to call this one risky great because for the
Risky
moment
great.
Chantrell has pulled aggro off of you, so you are not
Yeah,
in desperate
okay.
zone at the moment. And the
got
combination
you.
of Chalice critically succeeding, so I think you're unlikely to be collapsed on.
Okay.
All right.
Hey!
Hey!
Harry.
Oh my
All
god!
Great. So the tower falls. Now, there are big chunks of plant life which don't do much in terms of actual harm, but are able, just like the sudden way that in sync the tower comes apart, right? As if it's less a collection of plants and more like a fabric that's had its critical threads all pulled at the same time.
Like a
The,
house of
the
cards.
plants come down, and their part in this is to pin, right? Just through sheer volume. Shion and Merlin, due to having the advanced warning and due to the mages and Chalice being able to guide the collapse, the 2 of you are able to keep your position, should you choose. If you want to reposition, feel free, without any worry of the plants falling. And as those restrict Mother's form, holding her still, then the stone of the original tower comes down, and that's what deals the impacts.
Yay.
Beautiful.
I'm going to say that the bonehead, because it is slowed, will take 2, whereas everything else I will give. Actually, I also give the dragon head 2 since it's in the. It's the main one. It's in the center. It will take the extra one for the body being bludgeoned as
The
well.
body. Kill the head and the body dies.
There's this crushing weight of the tower that's come down as the sky is in a deep dusk right now. Like there's some blue left in the distant corner, but you're between 2 mesas, so it's very dark now in this valley. And the dragon is partially buried. You can already feel the rubble beginning to shift and stir, especially Merlin and Shion, who are so close. The rest of you can see it as she's trying to like lift it up and off her. But I'm going to say briefly, all of you are in less danger for this next round of strikes because she needs to focus on getting herself free. So, take your next round.
It's free.
Yeah, it's
I
free.
need to find the source. I would like to find the source that's helping us.
Oh,
Isn't it set?
Oh, yeah. It was clear to Merlin that it was set. I didn't describe in Chalices.
Oh, you kept saying mysterious for me, I was like,
so
I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, I meant so mysterious because I said like Chalice doesn't know, but I was playing up
Oh,
the
okay, got
mysteriousness
it.
because
Never mind.
we'd found
I-
out down below, but already.
I don't do that then.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, sounds good.
Puts away my investigation kit.
All right, Shion, I assume you're going in for a strike here on one of them, right?
Yeah, before we do that, though,
Mm-hmm.
what happens if one of my things, such as prowess, reaches the point where it completes and I can take a point in something in the middle of a sortie?
You can do it.
Like, do I do it now? Okay.
You can do it right now. Now, because at a meta level, you know that if this sortie succeeds, you can unlock 4. If you prefer, just make a note somewhere, whether it's in chat or somewhere else. Make a note that you hit cap and you have 1 to spend, and you can zero it out and keep racking them up over the course of the fight.
I would like to do it now, though.
Yeah, go
Can
for
you explain to me what prowl is?
All right.
Ooh.
Prowl is like the sneaky skill, the ambushing type skill. Let me bring up the exact reference.
No, you told me enough. I take the point in prowl. That feels like something Shion should do.
Sounds good.
Should have pointed.
Perfectly reasonable.
Yeah, I kind of just want to finish off the bonehead.
Go for it. Actually, yeah. I think you can. You know what? The bonehead is slow. Bonehead's currently slowed. It's partially pinned. I will give you a choice. You can make a roll to take a swing at the bonehead plus an additional one, so that way any extra damage you would do is carry over to the additional one. Or you can just finish off the bonehead without any danger of harm coming to yourself.
I'll take the gamble on 2 heads.
All right, take the gamble on 2 heads.
Shion is great at Gamba.
For gambling.
All right, we're gonna call this one because that she is currently pinned. We're going to call this one in particular risky great because you have less harm coming towards you thanks to her position. Success.
What?
All
For that.
which is the second one you're swinging at?
It's the dragon head.
All right, sounds good.
I feel like by this point the chains on the rot head are just not there anymore.
Yeah.
Like I would let
They're
go.
going
But
to impair it for whatever it does next or for whoever goes after it next. But then as soon as that happens, then yeah, they're going to be basically gone. All right. Do you have any particular flourish you want to put on removing the bonehead?
I was thinking of some kind of like, oh, maybe I just leap onto its neck, and then from it to the neck of the dragon head.
Yeah,
Like in one motion, I just jump into one and then the other.
that sounds
pop.
good to me. Yeah, all the while doing your best to hold on to the chain on the rot head. It's done.
Yo!
With the collapsed tower pinning down, the bonehead begins to get up, only to be severed and fall for good. All right. Merlin, Chantrell, either of you want to work together or to work separately? What's the plan here?
I want to hit the head that bit me.
Hold on, I have an idea.
Yeah.
Yes?
Is there a way to imbue Chantrell with a buff?
I think that's called spending 2 stress to give Chantrell an extra die.
I meant they're biology. Can I just make Chantrell big?
Make my mushrooms grow.
Hey,
Yeah,
look,
exactly.
however you wanna justify the extra die is fine with me. Go for
I
it.
don't mean but I still have to pay 2 stress.
Well, you know what? Here's what I'll do. If you want to give Chantrell a bonus without paying the 2 stress, then you just make a roll instead, which means that there's a chance that while you're casting, you get bit by the other head, right? If that's a fair trade-off, then yeah, you can do that.
All right, yeah, I can handle it. Controlled?
No, we're
Or definitely not controlled.
no, definitely not controlled.
Desperate?
We're going to go with risky standard on this one then for you.
Okay. Make my mushroom grow.
Hey!
Oh, success! All right.
my God!
success.
Chantrell's turn now.
All right, it is done. Merlin, you are able to get your spell off even as the draconic form thrashes near you, not able to quite reach you thanks to the rubble. Chantrell, you can take the extra die.
Okay, definitely finessing this. Risky standard or
We're gonna we'll say that because of Merlin's temporary boon here, we'll give you a risky great. Which one are
Okay.
you going after? The dragon head that Shion's currently on, or the soul head? You'd have your You have your pick because both of them bit you, so either is getting revenge.
I'm going for the dragon head because it's the one that's solid, and I don't want to waste this if I go through it.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
reasonable.
there's a lot of questions regarding that head.
I would love to hit the spectral head, but I don't know if I can.
You know, I think that's a perfectly valid reason for going to the draconic one. All right, make your
Okay.
risky great.
Let's go!
All right,
Okay.
partial success. So I'm gonna do. I will give you 2 ticks, and I'm going to. I think for this one, because of for the partial, you're gonna get 2. Actually, I think that's just it. You just get 2 because it's great. So instead of 3, you get 2. No harm
Cool.
for you this round. I was mean enough to you last time. So
I appreciate it.
all right,
Oh, my
Chantrell,
bad.
any particular flair you put on that embiggened strike?
Yes. Look down on the head that is also immobilized. So, bigger, the head is down, look down, and you can't see me swinging, but swing the sword in a down arc, like in a slicing motion.
Very nice. Like there's that brief look up at you while Shion's getting on the back, and then down comes the blade. All right. Vern, Chalice, you've managed to bring down the tower. What's next for the two of you? Are you getting to safety? Dragon's missing 2 heads. A third one looks pretty rough.
Can I use my magic and the magic assisted magic of all the mages to just further pin her down with the stuff? I don't know if she's completely pinned or she can get out of the pin. I just want to make sure that stays in place and hold it down.
That's gravity on her.
I see what you're going for, and I think yes. Vern, are you assisting with that by coordinating as well?
That's pretty. I was gonna say bring it down again, and any of the rocks that hit the heads that are now dead, we lift them up and smash them down again.
Okay.
Special
And
tribute cannon.
again, and again.
Here's what I'll say. On a partial success, you're going to have to choose one effect or the other, but on a full success, you can get a bit of damage and a bit of keeping her pinned down.
Okay.
All right. Who's
Do you want me
making
to
the
Is this a
roll?
group roll?
No, one or the other can roll while the other assists if that's what you'd like to do.
I can assist
okay.
you.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what this would be, though, is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think I can have it be a study anymore. Maybe the craft could still work. Maybe instead of just purely pinning it down, or just keeping it in place, rather, I can maybe use my magic to craft it to be more like restraints, or I guess in the case of Katie or Vern wanting it to be like a smacking thing, I make it I transform the pillars that we've gone down to be more effective at bludgeoning, perhaps.
Maybe I have survey. I could roll and do survey and call down from below and be like, move these ones here, kind of thing.
You put
Either
on
way,
your
'cause
high vis vest and a hard hat.
I don't know if it matters. Yeah.
I have a 2 in craft. What do you have in survey?
3.
Okay, we could do that if that works.
All right,
Yeah.
sounds good.
I do that. Okay.
You got
And that's
this!
one from Chalice. So I have an extra one from Set.
Yes. Yep.
So plus 2.
2.
Mm-hmm.
Love to see it.
Success.
Yeah.
You do it.
Yeah.
All right. We get some extra bludgeons in.
Thank goodness.
You bonk him on the head.
I know you wanted to use your cool sword, but we brought a building. Sorry.
Hey, look. You don't
The
have to,
sword has done a lot.
I was gonna
Sword
say,
has done everything.
you I think we're bouncing back to Chantrell, Merlin, and Shion now. So, you three, what? You're all in close enough proximity now that if you want to work together on any particular thing or coordinate to divide and conquer, now's the time.
Listen, I'm not gonna be settling for just incapacitating this dragon. So you guys can bring the tower down all you want. I'm not leaving until she's dead.
Yeah.
Winner's
She only
fucking
go after
wrong.
the soul head.
For my part, I am just trying to finish cutting off the dragon head, and then we can move on to the rest.
All right.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Get him!
Kind of role we're looking at it this time.
All right. What kind of roll we're looking at? I think because of the continued pin, we're going to keep it at Risky Great. The Vern and Chalice team are doing a good job of restraining the worst of her abilities.
He is the worst.
All right. Partial success. The worst, but not all. On a partial success, you're able to deal enough harm to sever this one.
Oh, good!
I think what happens is you do still get struck, Shion, as you sever this head, but instead of it being by the dragon itself, like the Sunblade cuts through, removes it, and it's a searing blade. It cauterizes the wounds as you cut through. So you sever the head, there's a brief beat, and then the cauterized stump of the neck bleeds through, and there's like a whap of a whip that cuts through from the severed head. Like a partially formed elven arm emerges from it and strikes at you as your back is briefly turned. So this would be a level 1 harm, but now it is promoted to level 2 of you've now gotten I don't know what you would call it, lacerated by blood, blood
Oh,
whipped.
it's blood. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought, for some reason, I heard elven arm, so I'm like,
Oh,
she's
yes.
just sticking an arm out.
No, it is.
No, it is
right?
legitimately an elven arm. If you recall, her when she transformed from her elven vampire form, she melted into a blood puddle and then emerged as a
Right.
dragon. So
I
as her
forgot.
dragon form is faltering, there are bits and pieces of the elven form partially available to her. But it's only ephemeral, right? It makes that one swing and then it's just slips into a splatter of blood on the ground. But that's now 3 out of 5. All right, Chantrell, Merlin. I know Chantrell's worried about being able to harm the soul head. Perhaps Merlin can offer some sort of arcane assurance that the strike will land.
I want to coat her blade in anti-ghost smoke.
Anti-ghost smoke? Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's something that...
You're never gonna guess what I'm gonna roll with this.
I believe.
Yep.
Actually,
We're gonna call this a risky standard.
Alright. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Cool.
Partial success. All right, on this one, Chantrell, because you're the one being getting the bonus, so you get that bonus die on your roll. Merlin, on your partial success, I think as now we've lost 3 heads here, the blood from the dragon is becoming more active, and so Merlin, as you cast your spell, you don't have a head twisting towards you this time. Instead, your spell goes off, and then you feel this burning sensation as a thick, humid mist of blood is rising from the rubble around you.
Oh, fuck, it's
And
smoke.
it's searing and rotting away at your skin wherever it's exposed.
Ah, no.
So, can you mark a
my
level
gels.
1 harm for me, which is, I don't know, we'll call it surface rot, I think is good. Or skin rot, if you prefer.
I'll keep it at that and not get specific with it.
All right.
All right. I'm taking a whack at it. Is it risky standard?
We're gonna we'll call it risky great because you're being buffed up.
Yeah!
Yeah! Take us home.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Hitting the soul head!
Describe your enchanted hit.
My sword is surrounded by luminous smoke and leaves a
Yeah.
glowing trail as it slashes through the soul head.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Very
Yeah.
nice. All right. I'm gonna say, we're gonna ping pong this one. We're gonna go back through the same group we just did, and then to Vern and Chalice to see, because I assume your goal at this point is basically to keep this status quo going, Vern and Chalice, right?
Yes!
So,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, I
Unless
think
anyone
so.
needs healing, that was the only thing I was going to pivot for. But
Yep.
we're in the home stretch. so.
I think the only
She on
healing
night
I
later.
really need is for the stress, and I don't know if I can find that in this situation.
Nuh-uh.
All right.
Yeah.
We pinning.
No? All right. So in that case, Merlin and Chantrell, Merlin? Are you just sustaining the spell? Is that your goal here?
Yeah, it's like now that it's got the anti-ghost smoke on it, I want to like expand it and envelop it in it.
All right. Sounds good.
I want to excise the spirit.
Sounds
Be
good.
cleansed.
Let's get your same roll back, and then we can get Chantrell's.
There we go.
Woohoo!
Very good.
Bye
Oh
bye.
hell yeah!
You're able to keep the spell sustained while moving to higher ground to get yourself out of the burning,
Yeah.
out of the burning blood.
First I
Chantrell's-
send you to heaven, and then I send you to hell.
Ah! Ah!
Right. Partial success. So on a partial success for the risky great, I'm going to say that this time it is your turn to get burned, not by the blood, but as the soul head disperses, your blade cuts through. There's like this shimmer, and then it turns into a bunch of twisted faces that all just burst out.
Ooh.
Some of which do pass through your form. And you can feel their screams echoing through your body, almost like they invade the group chat briefly. Perhaps the rest of the group chat can hear
Mod,
like them
we
on
gotta-
almost mute, right? Like
We
like
got a
on
bot.
low, but
We
you
got a
get
bot.
them on
Is
full
Jeff gonna
volume.
Take care of that. Not in real life, but
Chantrell, you can mark.
spooked.
Yeah, that's a good one. Throw that. It would be a level 1, but it will bleed up into your level 2.
What is it?
Just like spooked or like echoing mind, you know.
Well, fuck you
Scary.
too!
Hell yeah. Damn, it's like Kurt Russell's in the room with us.
All right. There's one head left. Shion, you have yet to take a swing at this one. Vern and Chalice, you, I assume, are trying to hold things in place. I have a pitch for the group, which is, what if we have Vern and Chalice try to use their magical control over the vines to hold it still for Shion to go in and get that last swing? Does that sound like a fair?
Please!
Absolutely.
This
Yep.
shit.
All right. So, Vern and Chalice, I will leave it up to you if you want to either each take 2 stress to grant dice on this, or if you want to make a separate roll like Merlin's been doing, you can make the separate roll. Whatever one. Just know that if you make the separate roll, there's the chance of the consequences hitting you. Whatever, but you know.
Sure. I have room for stress.
I have
Woohoo!
room for one more stress, and then I'm taking a vacation.
Yeah.
All right. If that's what you want to do, here's
Mhm.
well, if you both take stress and add the dice to Shion, here's what I'll say. I'll say on a critical success, it will get it all the way there, all 5 of those segments. On a regular success, it'll get one last gasp at someone, but then it can be cut down. And on anything less than that, then I'm going to hurt you. But that's, you know.
I'm going to hurt you.
Wait,
so
do
hard.
this is before I roll and then I going to roll after, or
Yes,
or,
yes.
or I roll
Sorry,
before
yeah.
me
So
as
I'm
well?
saying if they give you plus 2
Oh.
extra dice, take all this stress. If you then gain the critical success or like a full success, then
So the last roll is mine.
yes, the
Is
last
what you're
roll. Is
saying.
Yes!
This roll now is mine. Well, I am also going to take 2 stressed.
Okay.
So you get
And
like 3
I
extra
believe
dice.
yeah, that's the other thing. The maximum amount of extra die is 3,
Yep.
which I already am getting 1 extra die from the sword. So I'm not me taking 2 stress here actually wouldn't do anything, right?
Correct.
So here's what I would like to offer you then. If you would like to still take the 2 extra stress, I just said on a critical success it gets all 5. On a regular success, it will get one last swing at you before it goes down. If you want to spend that 2 extra stress, I'll say that on a regular success, that you'll get all 5. But do keep in mind this will not apply to a partial success, and a partial success will remain a partial success. So, you know.
I'm taking the stress.
Alright, sounds good. So plus 3 dice. Make this swing.
What do we have for position?
Let's call this one more desperate great, because in this moment, Chalice and Vern are shifting into a let's finish this right now, right? Instead of like let's focus on holding her down. It's like let's get this spot specifically. So
Finish the fight.
critical success. Shion
Damn.
described.
Oh,
Babe
hell
ride.
yeah.
3. Oh,
It'll
this
be
is
epic.
satanic.
Oh my god. Oh my god, there are 3 6s in
Do you
there.
guys know that picture of the SpongeBob characters playing basketball and Patrick has his
Yes.
arms raised? That's me right now.
Oh my god!
How does it look?
Alright, yeah. Alright. Oh, okay. Yep. That I don't know. Shion, do you have any more flair that you want to add on it? Or shall I describe the post-severing?
Yeah, so here's what I think. I think that, you know, the vines have it in place. The head is like struggling because it's rot. That means there's a limited time before it spreads to the vines. So I think what Shion does is just a flurry of slashes. It's just blindly past. The sort of thing that if it were an anime guy doing a bunch of punches, it would just be a bunch of speed lines, but it's a sword, so it's like the sword equivalent to that. Yeah, see, that gif is good.
You're gonna sheath it, and then it's gonna like you're gonna do it, and then they fall to pieces.
Alright, and yeah, we get slash after slash, each searing line left in the rotting head until it falls into pieces. And the body goes still. And the body melts. And the vines wither.
Let's put some sawdust on the body just in case.
Yeah, maybe we should do something about that blood.
And
I've never been so scared in my entire life.
Oh yeah, the last time this happened, she turned into the dragon.
Yeah, what did she turn into next, Mordio?
Oh my god!
the vines
A
wither
frog.
away, turning ashen. Before, with a burst, being flung to the sky. The battlefield is now much smoother than it was. The debris of the
Aw.
tower, the stones, still across the ground. All of those vines that Vern and Chalice were using repeatedly vanished into smoke and ash that now drift and cloud the sky, which turns darker and darker with each passing moment. Where the center of the body once was, an arm drags itself up out of a pool of blood, and you see a face twisted in fury.
Ooh.
I've
man.
had just about enough of all of you. You could have played your little political games and left me to my business. I live a long time. My plans would not come into fruition for generations after your deaths. Yes, even you, half-elves, you who lead such risky, death-seeking lives. This is twice now. Twice, you've made me look hideous. You're not going to leave my garden alive.
Whatever. Solar flare.
The plants, the largest of the plants amongst the town, begin to move, their great roots ripping from the ground. And because we are at the incredibly over, this is the cliffhanger we are going to end on.
Oh my god!
With her elven vampiric form, the massive wilting flower, and then a swarm of fungal growths surging
Anybody
upon
have
the
a
retinue's location.
Oh
have
god.
something we could put the blood
I
body
got
in?
a Gatorade or
Oh god!
I think that's we literally have to end. I know we went super late, but that I thought that was we couldn't
know!
interrupt that dragon battle, so I think we
No.
literally have to end.
that
right
was very
there.
fun.
This is the perfect cliffhanger.
I'm glad you guys
Mhm.
think so.
And
Oh,
then
wait, we got a critical success. They should be dead.
Look,
That
if you had come
fade.
right
That's
here
what I
and
say to
did this
all
right after
vampires.
destroying her elven form, I think she would just be dead. But it's been a while since you destroyed the elven form, and you really gotta like. She had the opportunity to rest both forms, so you gotta fight both of them. It's back to back, phase 1, phase 2. You just get to pick the order. So,
all right, well, we're gonna get the easy dub on this one, guys.
I mean, look, y'all took down the elven form pretty swiftly last time, and
Well,
you know,
I did lose my hand during that.
yeah.
And I did get a mental scar.
But hey,
Oh my god. All I can hear is Krain being like, y'all aren't ready, and we're over here like,
We didn't know. We didn't
Never
know.
punished. Never punished.
all right. I know it's super late, so let's start closing out. So we can.
next week.
No, unfortunately, not.
Maybe
next-
instead of going down the line, we just ask if anybody would like to.
Yeah. Does anyone have anything they want to plug? Unfortunately, we can't do
No.
next week because Nova's going to be gone for sure on Friday,
Ah!
and we can't do
Oh, and
Thursday.
then after that is, oh my god, what a cliffhanger then.
I'm going to see if we can find another day before,
Okay.
well, like, when Hambone is able to get back, or like, before the play fully happens. But I know Hambone, your schedule is going to be very full, and I know
Well,
that asking people to play on certain weekdays is probably not plausible. But we can hash that out off stream
Later. Yes.
later. So we'll do our best to not have this be a massive cliffhanger for a month, but we'll see what happens there. But yeah, nothing from Katie to plug.
No.
From Nova.
Wait, hold on. Are you sure about that, Katie?
Yep.
Didn't you just open a wait list on Vengeant?
I did, but it won't be really open for a long time.
Okay. Well, you'll still follow her on Vengeant.
You can get advanced in the line for the waitlist on VGen. For myself and Nova, we will be streaming on Sunday with Comet for Sea of Stars, and also on Tuesday, 25th, 8:30 Eastern, our stream anniversary. We've been working hard. We're still working hard. We're going to be working hard all weekend and all Monday and all Tuesday on that.
Woo!
So, if you can, show up. If not, watch the VOD.
And I have my usual Patreon request stream on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific, the usual time. Sorry, I meant to say 7 p.m. Eastern. That'll be 4 p.m. Pacific.
Got it. Yeah, sounds good.
You
Go there.
got
Those are
it.
fun. Masha, Hambone, anything to plug?
Yes, Sunday morning/afternoon, tarot.
Yeah. For me, just follow me on here on Blue Sky Radio Bonnier.
Yay!
Yeah.
Woo!
All right, sounds good. I'm gonna move us over to closing. Thank you everyone for playing. Hope you had fun, and we'll talk offline about when the next one will be. I know it's super late for some of you, so feel free to go, and we can have those discussions later. I will find, if you're in chat, listen along. I will find us a raid target and voice that shortly, so don't leave quite yet.
Farewell.
Alright, we are going to head on over to Moonlight Skeleton, who's taking a big walk. So, if you're able to, please say hello. It helps us, it helps them. But if you're not, no worries. We hope you've enjoyed your time here at the Liminal Branch Library, and we hope to see you again soon. Goodbye and good night.